Suck my kiss!
Ooh, wow. Red Hot Chili Peppers really bring things in.
I've been saying suck my kiss a lot, and it's really been annoying, Jeff.
I used to cover that song in my band. Would have been, should have been,
Suck
could have been
my
dead if I
kiss.
didn't get the message going through my head. I am what I am. Most motherfuckers don't give a damn. Oh, baby, think
Why
you
is
can.
Paul
Suck my kiss, I'll be
Giamatti
your
in this
man. What's
ad?
up?
Paul Giamatti is in this ad. He's in like a Scrooge ad. I'm looking at your... I have an ad before
He
your
supports
thing.
my stream.
I get it.
He supports it.
Suck my kiss, man.
What is this why your Christmas playlist is called Suck My Christmas?
No, that's just... I made that playlist
That's just
years
Jackie being
ago.
a vagrant. That's just Jackie being
Yeah.
lawless.
That was when my mom used to have a rule there was no cursing on Christmas, so we would be like, Mom, get your Christmas out of here! Like, so we would do things like that and try to turn Christmas words into fake. And I'm in our 20s. Like, not like when we were kids.
I told you that your mom was so nice and so lovely when I met her, and I had been picturing like Tony Soprano's mother, but she's
very sweet. She's very
much
sweet.
much nicer.
Yeah.
Tony Soprano's
she's
mother.
genuinely very nice. Honestly, Tony Soprano's mother was my grandmother. That's who Tony Soprano's. That's to a T.
Really?
Yeah. Except my grandmother was more physically abusive.
Yeah.
Yay,
Hell
Tinder! I got so much fucking tequila in this drink.
Yeah, man. This is the same fucking little thing of fire, but it's like a little intimate good that I got
Damn,
from
dude.
Green. I mean, it's just the reason it's still here is because I'm not in my home. It's just in the law office where I record.
Oh, and
But
no one is taking that? No one
has taken no lawyers have been like, you know what, I just need to
You know
have
what I
some
need?
fireball.
You know, also, can I just say, you look great. I love that color blue on you.
Thank you. I got new shirts but I feel a little bit upset because I got like tailored shirts as a gift from Gideon for my birthday, like that finally came in. But it's like this some fucking new collar, and I don't
you don't like
the
it?
collar. But the people were like, this is what everybody's wearing. This is what
I think it looks really nice, though. I like that you can see more of the tie.
Okay, yeah, thank you. I was
Yeah, I
like
like
really
it.
sad because I love this place. I was like really excited, but also it's some sort of trendy ass collar that is like, I want more collar, you know?
More collar on it. But I think it looks really good.
All right, thank you.
I think it makes you look hip.
Thank you. I've had my day has just involved a lot of like kicking and biting and being disappointed about my shirts. So I'm ready for a very
Oh, this is gonna be
I-
good.
I just got informed
I've had a
that
sad
the meeting's
today.
going to end, so I'm going to just send you guys a new meeting request. I'll do that just-
Perfect.
Okay, that's fun.
All right.
All right, everybody, we're getting started here in just a couple minutes. Just got to bring my lovely co-host back into the Zoom meeting. And we're gonna get this party started. Who is hype for eternal love and possibly lust? Yes, don't let the jazz threaten you. Don't let it disturb you. Yo, yo, yo. Oh, that's a lusty burp. That wasn't an unromantic burp. All right. Once we get MJ in, we'll be ready to rock. So happy I finally
Love
managed to
it.
catch one of these. Hell yeah, Doki Doki Risu. All right. Allow me to sing the intro song to you guys right now. Dating profiles make you heavy in your eyes, but not in your heart. Don't break the law, just break another person's meaningfulness in their soul. Crying tears of happy holes, happy holes, happy holes.
Are we?
Happy
Is the audio live? Hold
holes.
on.
Well, yeah, we're live. Welcome everybody to
Double checking.
I'm working on it. Okay, what do you guys think of the song? Welcome to the time.
Yeah, I can't tell if Jackie's frozen or just disappointed.
No, I'm just disappointed.
Thank you. People that love the happy holes.
About it.
People love the happy holes part of what I just did. People are so excited.
It's the time of year.
All right,
for
I
happy
wasn't happy about it. I was
work
not
on the
happy
theme
about
song.
it.
I'll actually make one. It is a thing I've been doing lately. Welcome everybody to the Strix sponsored online dating profile review.
Bing, 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 bing,
streams. Always a treat to get to do these. I think this is only the second one we've gotten to do. This kind of came from an impromptu us doing this on a Jackin' with the Holdies a long time ago. Welcome, Jackie and MJ.
Oh, thank you so much for having us.
Yes,
I'm
please.
so excited, man. We had so much fun last time, and I said it before.
I know.
Jackie and Holden will make you feel so great and hot, and not in a creepy way. And it's a hard skill, and they have it.
You do the same
too.
thing. What are you talking about?
You build people
Yeah,
up.
I can make a person feel hot, I hope.
There was that one
Yes,
time.
you
There was
can.
that one time I was feeling so down, and all of a sudden I just felt weightless. This was like right before a Page 7 recording back when I was doing it in Brooklyn. And I was like, why do I feel weightless all of a sudden? I turned around. MJ was lifting me up.
Oh my God.
That was when I carried you.
Yeah, you carried me with the...
You're just like Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
MJ's definitely the Christ of our podcast.
That's so nice. I have a really embarrassing thing where I, as a not religious person, am extremely emotional and moved around this time of year because I love the story of the birth of Jesus Christ, which no one understands.
How does your Jewish husband feel about this?
He doesn't understand. I'll tell you that. He doesn't understand.
Yes, I am.
Not understand.
Does that make? Am I the Mary Magdalene? Okay.
Yes. I'm the Judas. I'm the Judas, which is
Yeah,
fun.
of course you're the fucking Judas.
Well, at least have a good song in the musical. Probably the best one.
Judas, you got nuts for a face. Judas.
Whoa.
Why do you have
That
nuts
sounds like
for a
the
face?
Wayne's World theme song.
It does, but it's Judas has nuts for a face. It's very weird.
Party time. Excellent. Welcome, everybody.
Who's Jake then? Jake's the camel in the manger. And you can tell him I said that.
Look, I just realized how important time is to these reviews. We actually end up really spending a lot of time with these, so let's jump into it. Before we get into the Tinder profile reviews, Strix sponsors stream. Go to Strix.com. And Silas, who is amazing, who we work with all the time, genuinely so wonderful. He's in chat.
He's
He
the
will,
best.
if we do your profile, he is going to email you because he has your email because you entered the page7.love little form to fill out. So he will email you the code to get a free, what is it again? Perfect Skin Kit?
The kit! The same kit from last time, which is going to be unbelievable. And also, over the next couple days, there's going to be awesome new kits for the holidays as well that are going to be coming out, which is going to be so exciting. And there, we saw what's inside of them, which is going to be such a great idea for a little gift for someone in your life. It's so honestly, straight up, so smart for like a Secret Santa thing or something like that. Everybody's got skin.
And if you are like me, you meant to do all of your gift shopping this weekend, and you did very little of it. So it is not too late. And honestly, Strix, it would be like a perfect little for the brother in your life or the random man in your life whose skin needs improvement.
Sad divorced dad in your life.
Yeah,
that
sad divorced
just-
dad would be great.
Sure.
Yep.
Trying to get back on that horse, and by horse I mean single, also freshly divorced woman.
I'll be your horse. I'm gonna have to get divorced at some point. Jeff is gonna die at some point.
Divorced, of course.
You gotta
He's a
wait till
horse.
he's dead to divorce him?
Yeah, probably. It depends on how it goes.
I'm looking like a sad dad right now. I'm a little, I would consider myself fairly downtrodden. No, I'm doing great, actually. I'm
I
kicking
mean, you're
A's.
sitting in the dark.
It's 'cause you're in the
certainly
dark.
I'm trying to
sitting
be
in the dark.
romantic or whatever. Okay, should I do light? I'm happy.
That-
That's it. It's
in the dark.
nothing in between. It's just
so bright or
stark
so
brightness.
dark. My light game is all. You want to get me a Christmas present? Lighting for my streams. That's what I could really use.
Or Strix products, but we are going to go through the choose your own adventure that Strix set up, which they did a holiday themed adventure. I did click through this while I was high as nuts last night, and man, did I smile.
Don't look at that. Well, I'd have
Don't
to
look at it.
I'd have to let you in. That is not what you need to click on. I have what you need to click on, and it is.
I have what you need to look on.
Oh no! Can you put the link in? I thought I just had. Because you switched to the new thing. Silas, can you put the link in for the thing? Could you put the link in for it? You can go into the waiting room all you want, but I ain't letting you in. So
whoa!
all right,
Power of
bandits
Judas.
trying to get into this Zoom call. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's do this. We're gonna play through this little choose your own adventure game, and then we're gonna get into these online dating profile reviews. First of all, so let's get into it. I'm gonna ask you guys to give me the answers as well. Welcome home. It is Christmas Eve. You're standing in front of your parents' home after a long flight. You take a slow, cold breath in and open the front door. Your ex is here. Worst of all, she's with her new boyfriend sitting on the couch next to your parents. What do you do? Do you confront them and ask them why they're sitting on your parents' couch, or do you ignore them and walk straight into the kitchen?
Ooh, I mean, I know my answer, but that's aggressive.
Oh,
What do you want? What do you say, MJ? Start us off. Do you confront them?
I mean, it's so fun. Jackie and I, of course, have different responses. I ignore them. I go straight to the kitchen.
All
I go
right.
for a drink.
You see a butcher knife on the kitchen counter next to some food and your dad's infamous eggnog. What makes it infamous? Do you fart a lot and shit a lot when you drink it? Grab the knife, immediately chug a glass of eggnog, grab your mom's Christmas apron, and cry into it. Hey, call it a drinking problem. I call it a drinking solution. I'm going with chug a glass of eggnog. Your ex comes in and tries to explain why she is there. She becomes pretty flirty, and it's clear she wants to reconcile. Shut her down, remind her that her boyfriend is in the other room, and grab the Christmas cookies on the counter. Fuck it, let's go upstairs. What do you want to do? What do you want to do, Jackie?
Jackie gets to choose this one. We should have let her choose earlier when the stakes were lower.
Shut her down.
Why?
Shut her down, or fuck it, let's go upstairs.
I hate her. Shut her down.
All right. After chowing
I
down
hate
on
her, shut her
mom's
down.
Christmas cookies, you go back in the living room and catch up with mom and dad. How does that go? Mom and dad always ask you why you're still single, so that's why they invited your ex and her boyfriend over. They think your ex can offer you some dating advice. Who does that? Mom and dad are selling the house to your ex and her new boyfriend. I feel like the second option is a lot less insane to me. So I'm going to go, right?
I don't
And this
know.
is it's your choice. I don't know.
Is it on me? This one's on me. Or
Yeah.
no, this one's on MJ. It's on you, MJ.
Oh, okay, that's right.
We're going to go. Let's do it in a circle. I'll do next. You do. Okay, cool. We got it now.
Okay, so the choices are she's here to give you dating advice or she's here to buy the house.
Yeah.
She's here to give dating advice for sure. That's 100%.
Wow. Hooray. Good ending. Well, at least they care. Lol. All this to say,
Whoa!
one great step to landing a date, looking good. Lucky for you, our pimple patches will stop any last minute stress zits. The pimple patch is the best. I'm so glad I got pimple patches.
Man, those fucking pimple patches, I swear to you. Those pimple
Yeah.
patches, damn it.
Fantastic stuff. Silas works so
But that
hard. on
is
this,
the
and
best
it really
part.
shows. This is
Dude.
awesome, Silas. Good
And
work.
if you click through the link, you will also get a user code that you will also get something, a percentage off of something. But also, if you have submitted your Tinder profile, you're going to get a whole damn kit for free. So isn't that exciting?
Hell yeah, dude. Thank you again. So this will go Take Me to Strix. You get a 50% off discount. So if you saw that link earlier, play through this game, and you'll get a discount just doing that. But let's bring it on. Let's get to the reason for the sneezing, and that is going to definitely be the online dating profile review. First of all, before we get there, I have to ask, because we like to prioritize people who are here. Chelsea, are you here tonight? Chelsea, are you here? You submitted a Tinder profile to us. Chelsea, last name starts with a W. Are you up in here? Dude, I got arrested in my Choose Your Own Adventure. Shelmer got arrested.
What? Yeah, Shelmer!
Chelsea, are you here? If not, we'll jump straight to our next contestant, who I've already saw was in chat.
Yes.
Good luck to all you single Pringles, lol. Absolutely. If Chelsea's
Although I will
not
say
here
Chelsea's
yet,
dating profile is mint, and I hope that Chelsea does show up at some point.
I got drunk at a bar in mine. Fantastic. All those are
Yeah,
so great.
fuck yeah.
That's a very realistic. I mean, hopefully you don't go home and walk in and see your ex, but it captures the vibe of going home for Christmas very well.
Strix knows what they're doing. I Silas, have you seen a couple of these Hallmark Christmas movies? I think you should be writing one.
All right, we've got. I think we're gonna jump to
22 different endings, Silas.
I think we're gonna jump to our boy SDL if Chelsea doesn't speak up. Chelsea, 33, graphic designer, who went to Langara College.
All right, so there is a Chelsea, but not the Chelsea.
But not the Chelsea.
Not the Chelsea.
All right, cool. We will jump to then our boy. Let's see here. Oh, let me just refresh. God, I love how fickle and finicky Tinder is. No, I don't want Sophie. She's cute though.
Why do you want Sophie?
She's a bot because she's clearly a bot. First of all,
Whoa.
she's a bot.
Really?
Tinder, we
a
all
robot
have to join
woman.
Tinder for this, by the way. And it still doesn't work on my phone, so I'm watching Holden's Twitch to see it, but I definitely had to be like, I think all three of us had to like tell our partners before the last stream, like, we have joined Tinder. It's for work. And I did use a picture of Polly D as my profile picture.
All right, here we go. Our first contestant up tonight. We have Andrew. I don't know why I said contestant. It's not a contest, but we have Andrew here. And we're going to get into it right here, right now. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see, and this is SDL in chat. Anything we should know before we get into this SDL? Are you looking for long-lasting love? Are you looking for throbbies or wetties or whatever are
you looking for a partner? Are you looking for a fuck? Are you looking for something in between?
Yeah,
what are we looking for here?
Are you looking for like a lonely farmer, who's just kind of out on the, you know what I mean, out on the range, most of the
What
time.
about wet throbbies? Yeah.
What about wet throbbies?
I mean,
Are you looking for
that's
wet
also
throbbies?
Strix asked the great question. Meowmasita asked the same question. We are going to be starting with that of which one are you?
Yeah.
And that is the problem. But
yeah.
we are going to get to that.
All right,
But
mostly looking for fucks with a potential for more serious thing if the vibes are right.
All right.
love it.
Excellent. We
Love
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 it.
it. Okay, we've got Andrew, 29. Field service technician, yeah, whatever with all that. I kind of more interested in getting the personality, right? I'm an easygoing guy with a tongue that won't quit. Talking. Love it. Really like that. Honestly, really like that right off the bat.
Especially when you're looking for fucks.
Yes.
Especially when you're looking for fucks. Because again, I would say to change it if you were looking for a life partner.
Right.
I do think just because it puts off the vibe that you're looking for fucks.
Exactly. I have a strong sense of wanderlust, but my heart loves a night on the couch. I've got some tattoos, but my beard game is weak. Generally up for anything and always searching for my next adventure. Passions, podcasts, singing, electronic music, dancing, hiking. He's a Cancer, pet-free, non-smoker. We've got some music in. That's always fine. The Spotify thing, honestly, I kind of like the Spotify thing. I think it's pretty cool. I do judge the shit out of people on their music taste. This looks like a really nice blend of music tastes here.
I
Love the
totally
black
don't.
pink.
As someone that definitely doesn't, I just think it's a nice addition.
I think it's just, I'm kidding about judging the shit out of people, but I do think it fills out the character. I used to judge the shit out of people back in my 20s for sure, but yeah. I mean, if they had a bunch of kids bop, you know what I mean? I'd be concerned, right? You know what I mean? I'd be wondering what the deal is with
Yes.
all the child versions of famous pop songs, right? That'd be weird.
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
good way. Like, right. I think the Spotify thing is very helpful because it's like there's going to be some. There's not going to be many deal breakers, but there would be some. You know,
Is
if it was only Kid Rock, even
SDL did
Kids
you?
Bop, Kids Rock, the two deal breakers.
There's a couple deal breakers out there. I think that like if it was all Creed, I'd be like, let's have a conversation.
Yeah,
Let's
we
talk
might have to
about
have a
this.
conversation about this. I mean, you can tell, you get little
Every
inferences.
Creed album.
Like this goes to show The Weeknd and Blackpink, dude likes to hang out, go out, have fun. You know what I mean? But then also there's a sense of like liking the classics. I mean, I can get a lot from this. You know, you like Boston and Rush. I mean, this is a pretty eclectic taste that goes, you know, it seems like 70s rock and then more modern pop. That gives me a kind of a sense of your personality of, oh, you're outgoing, or you kind of what you described, like you're outgoing, but you also
Totally.
love hitting that couch.
Oh, thank you, Strix, for the gifted month, the
Wow.
6 months gifted sub.
Man, baby, thank you so much for that. All right, so you said SDL
Give
in an
some as
earlier
a shaming gift sub.
you said in an earlier comment, SDL, that you didn't. This is not the picture you chose to go first. What's going on with? Is this a Tinder issue that it just shuffles the pictures regardless?
Apparently, it is more on the website than it is on the app. That
Okay.
it is an issue where where the photos change.
This is the Tinder algorithm. Why? What is it about me and what the internet thinks of me, and specifically Tinder, that thinks that I would want this picture first? I don't get it. I'm feeling more judged. I'm feeling judged by why this would be the first one, because I agree, it's not a good first picture. Then we have the two of you here. I know what you look like because I've met you, but again, we still wouldn't know based on this situation who you are yet, because we're still like, oh, it could be this other guy, right? Great full body shot.
Wait, did we finish going through the bio?
Yeah, that was it for the bio. I mean, we can do more notes. Sorry, I was just.
I
giving
feel
you-
like I've got some tattoos, but my beard game is weak. Is
Yeah.
a little
Same.
a little too self-depreciating. I think that you're a very attractive human being, and I
Yeah.
don't know if you need the but I like the addition of like some kind of humor element into it. But I do feel like immediately negging yourself, like you ain't got to do that.
Yeah, agreed. That immediately stood out to me. I get wanting, you know, we talked about this a lot in our last one. She's a man, baby. Thank you so much for the jaw. And I am Ricky Minaj, OG. Greatly appreciate the subs. What I would say is like, yeah, I think any negativity, just because it is the very first impression, we just want confidence, I think. I mean, even if
100%.
Also, real quick, Synth Pop Goblin did say it looks like it's called Smart Photos. It's something the profile owner can disable. You can disable it not changing your pictures, so you might want to do that, SDL.
Okay.
Or anyone else. I didn't know that was something that you can actually
User,
disable.
so not me, but him. I thought you were saying
No,
I need
the
to
profile
disable
owner. No, the profile owner would disable it.
it. Order is so important when it comes to these photos that I would never ever want it to be not very specifically curated. So I didn't even know that was a thing.
And same JDMF. Yeah, if I saw two bros as the first people, I'd assume it was a couple looking for a third, which is what I thought right when I first opened it.
Right,
Which,
right.
not that I'm against it, but it also, does put off a different idea.
Totally. And that's not even necessarily fully your fault, even though I do think you should limit the other people being in pictures as much as possible regardless. But it sounds like you need to specifically disable that thing, because it's ridiculous that Tinder would show me this particular picture first. I mean, it just is like probably the worst. I love that it's a full body shot. I love that it's you at an event that shows you like to go out, that you can dress nice, that you're capable of.
Yeah, the outfit is great.
Yeah.
I would say,
That's
and
great.
I feel like having masks, it depends on what you want to kind of signify. If you want to signify with the masks, like that you're COVID cautious and that's important to you. But I feel like there's other way. We talked about this last time too. There's other ways to signify that with like the vaccine sticker or
Yeah.
like, because I
And
think
you already have the vaccinated stickers, so I don't think you need both.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. So with a full body, this is a great full body shot in terms of like, looking great in a suit and everything. And I like seeing people's friends, but having like two with the same friend, is like that friend is there
What's
a lot.
going on? Yeah. Am
Yeah.
I dating both of you? You know what I mean? Kind of a thing. Not even like in a third way, but like, oh, you seem to be like really close with this friend to the point where I'm like, in order to be with you, I kind of have to like, I got to get with your friend. Got to get with your friend.
Gotta make it last forever.
Which is
This
fine.
friendship never ends.
And yeah, so I think that, but I love the suits. And again, obviously very pro mask.
Yeah.
I think not having a mask in pictures would, even as I still wear a mask everywhere I go, except for Jackie's wedding where I got COVID. But I would say
you're welcome.
Even as someone who wears a mask everywhere, I don't really want to see a mask in like a hottie picture, because it's just like, even though I'm pro mask, I'm like, it just is like, I'm like, oh, masks, like it's nicer to just see your whole face is what I would say about it.
Oh, Haley B. Okay, I'll keep it in mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say, got you. We got you next, Haley B. We'll do you next.
Thanks for speaking up. Yeah, because we definitely want to get the people who are here. And
Perfect.
I see your submission. So, all right. Before we move on to more pictures, and we definitely need to get more into that, I also wanted to go back to the I think, again, I always give this note, and this is like, maybe it gets tired, but I do think I'd like to see some more specifics, like what specific wanderlust do you have in your heart? Like what?
Especially because like we've met you. You're cool as shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like this is actually too basic bitch of you. And I apologize. I'm saying that I'm not trying to be aggressive, but like you are such a cool, interesting person to talk to that I think that this doesn't show who you are at all. Like I think that because like you're so chill, you're so down. Like I think that you can like definitely have that be amplified a little bit more, and taking out the generally up for anything and always searching for my next adventure, because I do feel like it's like, well, what the hell does that mean? Like, what is your next adventure? If it's like, my next adventure is
agreed.
Like, I can't wait to do this. I'm going to do this in the next, or like a 5-year goal or something like that. That I feel like something that says more about you and what you like to do.
Oh, Strix, grammar note from a writer. Generally up for anything and always searching is too many qualifiers. You might have more success removing the always after and, or just taking it out. Wow, this is good.
Boy.
I don't have these types of tips.
Look at that.
That's what I feel like I'm getting. I'm getting just the tip. I think, a lot of times I've said, oh, you could do for less. This one could do for maybe one more paragraph. Get with a little bit more of a get to know. I don't want you to remove the or I like the I'm an easygoing guy with a tongue that won't quit. ... talking. Like I want more of that. Like I want more. Not necessarily the horny,
the flirty
cheekiness,
bird,
even though that's also fine. But just more. I think you're a pretty funny person. You know what I mean? That's okay. Honestly, I feel pretty apathetic about the dating site scene, and writing anything at all was a big challenge for me. I know,
dude. I know it.
Fake it till you make it. You know what I mean? I just think that's what the deal is. You just
and I feel it's one of those things where it's like it's so when you're doing it, it feels so debasing and so like I don't even want to do this. But like many things, if you show up with that energy, it just feels like that. You know what I mean? Like you want to make it fun, even though we all know it's stupid. Like if you're like, oh, this is so fucking stupid, like that's not what your vibe is. But even anyone who wants to match with you will also agree that this whole thing is, whatever, frustrating. But
it's
a little of that. Yeah. You can even bring a little of that energy to it, because even when my whole thing with it, and this was just like my brief foray with it, I had a really not good dating profile. It wasn't getting anything. And then I was like, oh, fuck it. And I just rewrote it and made it funny and had a little bit of that fuck it energy in the writing. And I think that it worked for me. So you can put a little of that vibe into it, as long as you're not like shitting, as long as you're not coming off too negative or whatever. You can make it really funny. You know what I mean? This was the
delicate
final
balance.
draft after a friend went
we
through
all
the
know
profile
this is
with me.
stupid.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But, to have that balance of like, I think this is shitty, but also I'm really fun and I'm not shitting on it right now, even though I think it's worth shitting on.
I like Jackie's suggestion better for what it's worth. I love the idea of being proactive there. My next adventure is ... Yeah, for sure. So it's just one of those. It's like, I agree. It's like just push through and give us a little. We just want a little more details, because we're just trying to bang it out, but we can't, because we're like, I don't know, if this guy, you know what I mean?
But also, I think it is a great start. I really do like the tongue line. I think it's great, especially like I said, because you're looking for fun. It's like you're looking for hangout time.
And I would add, I saw you say in the chat that you don't smoke cigs, but you do smoke weed. Maybe worth putting that in there, just because whenever I saw people who I could tell were stoners or I knew were stoners, I was more interested in dating them as a stoner.
There you go. Yeah, and maybe also if we could get a sense of what you said you wanted, because we don't really know. And I think more people on this site need to be more obvious. Hey, totally down for a hookup, but also could totally be open for something more legitimate. Like, I think putting that sentiment in a fun way would not be the worst thing, because, you know, it opens more doors, you know, because I can't really get a vibe of where you're at. And I think if I was on this site right now, I'd want to know the difference, right, of what you're in it for. Because I think personally, I would be more interested in someone who was also using the site not just for hookups, but for a potential longer lasting thing. And knowing that I kind of had the option for both would be like good for me.
I agree with that.
All right. Anything more about the profile before we go into pictures?
I don't think so. I do like I think that I like having your astrological sign on there, even though Dr. Jordan would not agree with me. Yesterday we were talking about it on the Talking Sex stream, but it really was, she was just like, who gives a shit about your astrological sign? It doesn't mean anything. And I was like, I like it.
But
for people, for whom it gives a shit, they give a lot of shit.
Lexi would totally disagree with that, right? And so you're shutting the door, I think, on a bunch of people that, unless you're like anti astrological signs, which then that's, of course, don't include it. It'll help you with certain folks, including my own wife. Like, she was, the first thing she did was like my numerology chart when we hung out at a bar after a Murderfish show. So,
totally.
All right. So we've got these pictures maybe out of order. You and this guy with masks on. Then we've got you with I believe this same guy, right? With out masks. I like this picture a lot. Again, probably not your first.
Especially with both. I think that two with the same picture, I immediately do get that he is one of your partners,
right?
And that, like, it does feel like he's one of your, especially because
this is such a cute partner picture. If it was a partner picture,
and
it is.
Yeah, you guys would make a really cute couple.
It's so cute. But if there was only one, I would be like, oh, what a cute best friend pic. But yeah, so I think ditch the one with, even though the suits look great, I would say take out the wedding one. Keep this one, because we can see your faces, and it's a nice friendship pic. I love seeing friend pics,
just
you know?
The mask one. And masks are still important, but I do think the relevance of including a mask picture is like less important than it was even several months ago. Like, we still need to be masking and stuff, but I think the Vax sticker will do everything you need it to do in terms of messaging.
Also, especially when it comes to like the idea of like talking about your ideas of adventure, your pictures say this. You obviously are in many different places, which I think is very important. I think it's good to show that, like, obviously you travel. These pictures say that you travel and that you are down to go anywhere and do anything, which I think is definitely A-okay. I love the full body pic of you in the tie-dye sweatshirt, the tie-dye shirt in the mirror. I think that's a great, honestly, opening picture.
I like that.
It's your full body. I think I love that shirt on you.
I wish, and SDL says, just the only pic I have of me in the suit, and I do love the picture of you in the suit. If you could crop it, but you have the mask on, I would almost just say find an excuse to put on a suit again and get a picture, and just, even if you have to just put a suit on and fake it, like, if that's important to you, which I think is nice. It shows you can clean up, you can look nice in a formal event. Either make sure to get that picture at the next like formal event you're at, or just create it. Just put it on and go somewhere nice and get someone to take a picture of you without a mask, without,
holidays coming up, be like, oh, I'm going to wear a suit to this. Whatever this
holiday party
picture, yeah.
And honestly, this is exactly where Strix comes in. I mean, and put on some of that free that kit you're getting. You have the opportunity now to put on some really nice like skincare stuff and look really ship sharp.
It just evens out. It evens out the coloring of your face. Like, it just makes it. Jeff wore it for the wedding, and you really can tell the difference. You can definitely tell the difference, which is great. And not in like are you wearing makeup? Just in a like, you look really good. You look really polished and put together. Isn't he Strix?
Do we care about, is that a vape on the table? Do we care? I don't know what vape culture, if people give a shit or not.
I think it's also, though, I think it comes into play with the smoke-free or it's non-smoker thing, that it does, what do you want that to say? Because people will zone in on that vape. Is that something that you are down with someone to know about you? Is that something you want to convey right when they're first looking through your pictures? Really depends on how you feel about that.
Is this the first picture for me? I'm not sure. Ooh, I think that were you saying actually him standing in the tie-dye shirt with
That one, that's the one I want
that's
him
your
to be
first
his.
picture.
That's the
I
first.
agree.
I think you look
You
so
look so
handsome in this
cute. It's
picture.
also
Yeah,
a full
I agree.
body
That's what
shot.
came up as my first, and I immediately thought like, oh my gosh, this is so what a great
Yeah.
like. I had an immediately positive first impression. This was the first picture I saw.
Yeah, that's great. I agree, and that probably was your first. I vape. They may as well know about it from the top, and this standing pic is my first one. I have checked.
Great. You guys shut off that
makes
smart
sense.
photos or whatever. I don't
Yeah,
know if
what's
you saw
that?
earlier because Synth Pop Goblin posted the link to how
How
where they
many-
talked about the smart photos.
How many people are not getting laid because this stupid settings on?
For
Like,
real.
Seriously, because that first picture's so fucking important. It's no joke.
Yeah,
It's
that's what you
crazy.
fucking swipe on, you know?
Yeah. So yeah, okay, great. This is a great first pic. So you're right on the money with that. And you know what? You're right. Actually, that picture with the vape in the picture is actually really good advertising. I vape. So
Yeah.
I really
Synth
And
Pop Goblin,
it's-
forget smart photos. Give me dumb photos. Fuck yes, Synth Pop Goblin.
I like this photo too because it just has like a really fun. The
Mhm.
vape photo has just like a really fun. You're out on a deck, like I could imagine hanging out with you.
Yeah.
You know, it has a nice vibe to it.
fun, lots of color. We like that.
Yeah.
Let's see what else you've got. You standing in front of a. I wish. Did I already say this? Because I thought it. I really wish these, especially these travel photos. I wish Tinder had captions because I want to know where this is and
Yeah.
what the vibe is and any interesting tidbit about that travel that I think sometimes gets lost when there's no caption. I think OkCupid had captions, but yeah.
I would also say, is there anything else you like to do? Like, obviously, again, you love to travel from this, and I think that's awesome. I would
Yeah.
immediately be very interested in this profile. But like, just asking of further questions when it comes to like of being able to change up your photos a little bit because it is a lot of the travel one note. What else do you like to do? And I think that you could include a picture of you doing that or at the place where you do said thing to just kind of like switch it up a little bit.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
if you have any animals or if you have like I don't know, it sounds corny to say hobbies, but yeah, like whatever another like find me at this place type of picture, right? That just gives a little bit more information.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's just
So
very funny.
it gives something else for someone to ask a question about.
It looks
too.
like, yeah, it's a lot of pictures of you like standing in front of like bodies of water with like islands. Like it's a little too repetitive. I totally agree. I'd love to see you at a concert or a social gathering or, you know, at a different type of event. I think you could definitely just do for less of these pictures that are kind of like, I feel like we're seeing kind of the same picture multiple times. Not you on the table, but like this picture with you in the front of the body of water. This picture with you in front of the body of water with islands.
That are also, or like a picture of you like laughing really hard at something.
Yeah.
You know, like that kind of like a motion
A
picture of like
candid.
that captures honestly how light-hearted you are, or that you come off as such a chill, fun dude to talk to, that I think that like you could bring some more of that lighthearted into it.
Absolutely. Definitely like to see a photo of you having a ton of fun, like a memory from a great night or something. Yeah. I want to see a little more like
Yeah.
city or like if that's your vibe at all, or like, you know, just social hangs, not necessarily with like a bunch of other people because that's always kind of a problem.
Right. It's a tough balance.
But like, is there something outside of, yeah, I don't know. I think that there's just a few too many of those, but
And it's
the
tough
pictures
They
because
are
like
good.
yeah, and I love taking selfies because I never want to ask anyone to take my picture, but it is really nice to have a mix of like handheld selfies and not handheld selfies. And so in this instance, I like all of the not selfies the best. Like the ones
Yeah.
of you standing in front of the water where it's the whole body or whatever. And there's a couple of selfies that I do like, but having a mix too of the composition of the photos is also nice.
I do. Do we want to keep? Because I do think he looks really good in this picture with him and his buddy without the masks. Can we keep that as long as it's not like the first picture or whatever? Like,
Yes.
I do think it's a
And
sweet
take out the
photo.
other picture with the masks on. I
Yeah,
think that
I
like
think
if you
he's
take
already
out the
gonna
other
do that.
picture.
Yeah.
Yes, agree. Yes, totally. Take this picture of you with your friend. You both look so happy. It's so sweet. It's like immediately you just seem like the nicest, warmest person. So I totally agree. Keep it.
And Synth Pop Goblin, you're right. Dr. J was saying last night that you can use the timer on your phone to take a pic of yourself doing an activity like reading or pottery or whatever your hobby is. We brought up the pottery last night of just like that, like the video of, remember last time of the guy like
Yeah.
Yeah.
sanding down.
But it was that was so interesting. That's such a conversation starter. Like if you have, and I know we're asking you to feel really goofy doing something silly, but you know, if it's a hobby that you have that we could get a better sense of, because we don't, and we don't even get that in your. Do you have hobbies, SDL? Can you let us know in chat if you have very specific hobbies? Because I would love to get more of a sense of that kind of stuff. We get that you travel. We get that you can clean up and look nice. You have friends, but like, yeah, I want to get that vibe. Also, yeah, Majestic Kayla. I think we're gonna try to do this like very regularly. So hopefully we'll do it in the future. And page7.love is where you can submit stuff. Man, baby, finally home. Excited for the Tinder stream. Hell yeah, dude. Welcome. I don't really play video games.
Love ya.
Hey.
Hell yeah.
I
With
also
the
feel
titty
like
bowl,
there's
yeah.
a way of like having a picture, and I don't know, you guys might be against this, but for me as someone that always, like you were talking about earlier, MJ, of wanting to know if someone is 420 friendly or not. I mean, I would go ahead and say that like according to how the amount of tie-dye, I would assume that this person is it like down to smoke with me. But like I do feel like it says a lot without having to say much by like what you did with the vape, having a picture where there's like a bong off to the side,
right,
or like in the background, or like on the table in front of you that there's like a little piece, because that is the kind of shit that MJ you were talking about earlier I used to look for, of like if you're looking for someone that like you can bang and have a fucking J-bone afterwards,
a pile of cocaine or something. Like Tinder gives you an option to say if you smoke weed. Now that's great, because the other the thing you want to avoid, which is kind of a turnoff for me, when people make weed their like entire personality. So that's
it's very difficult. Yes, because if I saw, I agree with you, Jackie. On the one hand, on the other hand, if I saw a picture of like a guy with just a huge and I say this is
that's what I'm saying, in the background, like
I'm married to a bong hammer, you know, but you don't want to be like, oh, I get it, you're a big bong guy.
I'm not saying like while you're like oh, and like smoke's coming like that, if smoke's coming out of your mouth, I'm probably, well, I mean I would have swiped right, but I would have thought about it.
This is a different deal, right? I was gonna say real quick too, you know, make it a cool bong, put some sunglasses on the bong, you know, dress it up, put a leather jacket on the bong. STL says,
puppet bong is a good idea.
As STL, some hobbies, mostly video games lately, and I've become such a homebody since pandemic that when I do get out, it's usually a hike and I'm usually alone. I used to make jewelry, and I'm a drummer as well, but just trying to get the inspiration, motivation to get back into some of those things I love. I mean, showing off
just a picture of you holding drumsticks.
Or put them in your bio, if anything. Like I used to make jewelry, and I am also a drummer. Like either of those things, I would be
slip right out.
Yeah. Those are so interesting. And to go to Jackie's point, to ask more, you'd make jewelry? What kind of jewelry? You know, like
jewelry you make.
You immediately want to ask a question.
And maybe this will motivate you. You said you want to try to get back into these things. Maybe even just stating them in your profile will motivate you to like get back into them.
Even if you don't want a picture of you like behind a drum set, because it's tough to get a picture. I mean, drummers are sexy, but it's tough to get a picture of that.
Yeah.
Also,
where do we stand now at this point? I just bought an electric drum set and I'm about to move to a new house and set it up. Okay, great. So yeah, get some pics with the drum set.
Yes, that's how you do it.
Video games have been such a bizarre thing to include, I feel like, when it comes, because like I always say this, everybody had that significant other in college who like would like they'd show up, be like, I thought we were going out on a date. And they're just like, no, I'll play GTA instead. And they just, you know what I mean? They had that
I feel the same way you do about weed, about video games. Okay. I think that if it was a big part of your profile, I'd be like,
no, right? How do you include it to like say, to essentially like code the signal that you're into without being like, again, this isn't my whole life. I just like, but if you would, you know, if this is something you're into, like, in other words, do people look at gamers or people who enjoy video games with the same kind of negative connotations that I feel like they did 10 years ago.
I mean, I do, but I think it just
Okay.
depends on when it comes to fucks. Oh, not when it comes to like human beings, but when it comes to fucks, I'm very turned off by like lots of video game.
No, I
Yeah,
totally get it. I by the way, and this was kind of me fibbing. Like I didn't include it at all in my shit, and that's why I'm asking the question. For some people, it's a big
like because I'm
killer.
partnered with a gamer as well, and like I didn't know that when I met him, it wasn't at all a turnoff. But also, if I had seen it if his dating profile was like, I love to spend 12 hours playing Elden Ring or whatever, I'd be like, so it's like, I feel like, I don't know, if you were going to put it in a bio, honestly, I would say something like that whole, like exactly what you said, Holden, to be like, I love playing video games, but like, I'm not weird about it or whatever.
Yeah, this is the hard thing. It's like same thing with weed. It's like, I do it, but it's not like my whole deal. Like you're not gonna be able to like.
Do you like to play? Would you be interested in like if you ever want to throw down on a game of Mario Kart? I'm always down.
Yeah,
like,
that's
something
right.
like that
That's
in your
right.
profile. That
Yeah.
if you want to do it with the like that kind of thing of like. Just saying, like, because that sounds very casual. It's not like if I saw that, I wouldn't be turned off by it. Yes, I'd be like, that's cute.
Yeah,
that's cute.
Agree, Jackie.
I mean, no, but yeah, that's cute.
Very cool. I'm excited for your move, SDL. Josie Reese says, honestly, and this is why I asked the question, because I kind of agree with this statement. Honestly, I assume that every dude and lots of everyone under the age of 50 plays video games. So if it was in their profile, I'd assume it was a very important part of their life. I think if you listed many other hobbies and that was just one of them, but if it was like the only thing, but I
especially if you said
pas.
I make jewelry, I'm a drummer, and also if you want to play Mario Kart sometimes, I'd be like,
yes, exactly. That's right.
Because
don't front load it.
I think it was a lot more of a faux pas to be like, I'm a game. Do you want to play some COD with me? You know what I mean? It was like more of a
I'm not, as somebody who has not played video games since I was 10 years old. There are certain games where I know it's like I don't want to have anything to do with that. And then certain games where I'm like, oh, that's fun. So I actually feel like if you did say like, Mario Kart, obviously, but also even if you did like, if I know enough to be like, oh, if you're an Elden Ring person, cool. But if you're like a Call of Duty person, like also fine, whatever. But
honestly, as an Elden Ring person, Elden Ring not cool. They'll scream at the TV and get really mad at a giant slore monster attacking. It'll be bad. So,
but what I mean is, like, are you like a army video game person or like a fantasy boy? Because if you're like, oh, this is part of my like big. You're right.
Strick says I agree with Traveling Strawberries. Traveling Strawberries says anything N64 is good to go. Like any like classic game.
That's why I like you saying Mario. Like, hey, if you're ever down to throw down on some Mario Kart, it says I play games, but it's also like I play games, but I'm not like annoying about it, and I can play social games. Mario Kart's like the game. You know what I mean? Like just the like. All right.
Even I have played Mario Kart many, many times, and yes, I play as Baby Peach.
Yes,
I love playing as Baby Peach.
That's right. We had you guys over the other forever ago. We played some Mario Kart. Jeff was so thrilled. I've never seen Jeff more happy in a social drinking situation.
All he wishes. If we're drinking and there's video games, he'll
No, it's Stephanie. I was like, anybody want to play like some video games, some Tetris or whatever, some Mario Kart? Everyone was like, nah. And Jeff was just like, please, can we? Play some games. He's just sitting there with his non-alcoholic fucking beer or whatever, just like dying for that. All right, let's move on. I think we got is Haley next. Is that what we're moving on?
Yes. To? Also, thank you, SDL, for sending this in because I know this isn't easy to be publicly pulled apart. I just want to say everything was said out of love. Even if you just kept your profile like this, it is not by any means a bad profile. Yeah. You're just such a great person that it could be better.
I will say,
and you look great.
I said one thing secretly out of hate, but it's up to you to rewatch the stream to figure out. Ooh,
that's great for people with anxiety.
SDL, you look great. And I haven't met you, but you seem, maybe I haven't, but I don't remember. I don't think I've met you, but you seem cool as hell. And we love you. Thank you for being first.
All right, we've got Haley. We're already getting some excitement about Haley's profile.
Yes,
over here.
And Strix did say, I'll be emailing you later this week with your discount code for your free gift.
Josie says you seem extremely cool and you're very good looking. Absolutely. And honestly, I've met SDL in real life. SDL is genuinely a great time. So I think that you should be definitely getting a lot more bites because
Ooh.
with some improvements to the profile. So this is Haley.
Haley.
I
Hello,
love.
Haley.
I'm sorry, my picture is different, and right underneath your name it says "Upright young lady seeks companion." And can I just say,
Well done.
Upright young lady
I
seeks-
would immediately swipe right just on that. I'm like,
Yes,
done, great. I want
agree.
to be with
Upright
you.
young lady seeks companion. We've
Oh my
got
God, Haley, dang.
single, educated female of good stock. First of all, while I read all this out, Haley, what are you looking for here? Are you looking for big funds? Are you just one nights? Are you looking for something more meaningful? Are you looking for both? And what has your experience been thus far in the Tinder scene? Just a general consensus. Single, educated female of good stock and pleasant countenance. No known underlying health conditions. Already, I'm just like, this is all right.
Hilarious.
Working knowledge of horticulture and animal husbandry, seeking a steadfast and honorable individual with the right amount of chest hair and or cleavage. Fuckboys need not swipe right. We've got, okay, the emoji game. This is something foreign to me a
Honestly,
little bit.
that alone explains what you're looking for. Fuck boys need
Yeah,
not swipe
it
right.
kinda does.
It already says what you're looking for, which I think is a very concise way of saying what you're looking for. But also, Frankenstein asked the question, which I would immediately ask: what is your dowry? And I
Yeah, I mean, you can even go more with that. I think you're like dabbling with a certain tone, and I think you can go like, I'm
It's
already
great.
delighted.
Super well done. Hilarious.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
you're gonna like the thing about a bio this funny is that like, and it's so annoying when people say this, but like you are gonna eliminate some people from it because they're gonna be
that,
like,
that don't get it.
get
Yeah.
it. But
She seems
honestly, fuck those
uptight.
people.
Eh.
you don't want them. And I know it's annoying when you want to fuck or get with people and people are being like, well, you don't want those people. But like this, a bio like this is perfect because
Yeah.
anybody who reads this and doesn't like it, you are absolutely eliminating them. And I think that it's just like very well, stick to it. Even if you're not getting that much luck,
Yeah, what?
stick to this tone.
How are you doing? Because I feel like already I'm in, right? So I'm interested to see how your experience has been and like what you're looking for in terms of like what we can do for you in this stream right now.
Yeah, right.
These
we gotta know.
pictures, all right, little
Yeah,
bathroom
you look hot in the
selfie,
pictures and it's a great bio. Like so
hanging
far, I
out
got
at
no
dinner,
notes.
painting, cute, bit far away, but I like it's still like a pretty scene. Cute in the winter with the flowers. Nice full body shot again of the.
This is the problem. Yahtzee Rise. I said something similar earlier. Yahtzee Rise, and I would self-eliminate because I would immediately know that you can do better than me. I would immediately like, I want to swipe right, but this person is much better.
Oh man,
human
this
being than I
GIF too
am.
is so good. I think the only
It's
picture
so good.
The only picture
Yeah,
I don't
man.
love, just because it feels a little awkward, is the one with you in the white shirt and the striped pants looking
And the
back.
plant. That's exactly what. That was the only one that I
Yeah.
definitely was not with.
It just looks
Take
a
that
little
one out.
awkward. Yeah.
Because we love a full body pic, but this just isn't. It's like we can't see your face. It's dark.
You already
know.
have them too. You've already got the one in the mirror is perfect, and then you have
Yeah.
your first photo that, at least for me, which
Yeah.
I think is pretty much a full body shot, and it's wonderful. And then the only other one I would say that's a little is just the painting one. I kind of wish maybe you could even zoom in a little bit on it or something. It just feels a little distant,
Yeah.
oddly framed.
It
I
does,
agree.
but at the same time, you have so many pictures of their beautiful face that I kind of like how picturesque this is. See, if you walked
Yeah.
up
No.
to this goddess painting
yeah.
in the middle of a countryside,
I love it. I'm actually just thinking all you have to do is like crop it a little more. It's just
just like zoom in a little bit
just
more.
crop
A
in a
little
little more. 'Cause
more.
It just it's a little too. I feel like a little too far away.
Yeah.
But I think it's a beautiful selection in like in the setting and the activity and everything. And maybe we could get more of a sense of that in the bio. I mean, I love the bio, but I'm wondering. It's funny, it's good, but I'm wondering if I could get. Seeing you painting and stuff, I'm very curious now. Maybe it's more of a story you want to tell in the pictures, and that's completely fine. But like, again, I'm like, what are the hobbies? What are the okay? We got that you would be, I think, a fun hang at a bar no matter what, right? But maybe if I could get more of a sense of like your lifestyle, I could see that. It's just hard to make a comment because I like the profile so much, the actual writing you did so much. But
Also, what kind of art do you make?
Yeah.
And I think that having a picture that shows the kind of stuff that you make, or like your favorite thing you've ever made, even, you know, like, because you're obviously an artist, and I think that someone would be like, especially, I'm saying this as someone that would really want to swipe right on this, that I'd be like, I wonder what kind of art she makes. Like, I wonder what is her favorite medium to work in. Like, I want, because again, the profile is so funny, then like, if you're not going to change or put more information about you in the profile, then the pictures need to tell more of a story.
you know what?
Is the only thing.
You know what bums me
Yeah.
out? Again, I wish that the photos could have captions, because that's where you could put all that stuff.
I
And then you don't
know.
have to mess with the fun bio. But
Totally.
you don't have that. We do have you Strix. I don't see the soccer emoji from the photos, but is that something you do? That was what you chose for your first emoji. Yeah, let's look at these emojis. Soccer, is that a
Yeah.
boxing glove? Do you box? Do you ride horses? We've got burger, beer, farmhouse, painting we get, travel, I'm guessing, with the airplane, and then flower, and is that a corn husk?
It's a sun.
Is this how people are
Yeah.
communicating now with emojis?
We elder millennials might not be the best people to
Yes,
judge.
this is me
people
showing
from.
my age with this.
Corn husk.
Are you a corn enthusiast? Asked Chef Destroy.
I'm a
Oh,
corn
I kickbox
enthusiast.
and ride horses. First of all, I want those pictures. If
Yes,
you're not going to
put
put that in
both
your
of those-
about me, and I'm a
Yes.
farmer.
Oh,
Holy shit,
Haley
my
is
God.
a farmer. Yeah.
dude!
Okay, so put all of that.
Okay, I'll
explicitly in your
marry
bio.
you.
Get it in there
You
somewhere.
really
Those are
Oh, wait,
all...
Haley, have you told us what luck have you had? Like, are
yeah.
people
How are you doing? Well,
tripping over themselves?
she
or
says she
what?
lives in the middle of nowhere. Is the thing.
Ah.
So what you guys need to do? This person is 1,502 miles from Studio City, California. You got to try to find her.
Yeah, man.
If you were any closer, I think anyone in this chat is just like, respectfully, we are thirsting for you.
Yeah.
Get
but
your
all of
boat,
that-
Strix says. Yeah, Strix says, get your
charter
boats.
a boat.
Everybody's getting
Less
on a
matches
boat.
since I added pics with short hair. Interesting. Well,
Really? You look so amazing.
Is
That
that your
doesn't
current
surprise
hair?
me, though.
come find me in the bush. Oh my goodness. Is that,
It
is that
doesn't-
your
Whoa.
current hair? Because
You
I'd
know-
say
Oh,
I
you
guess get
talking
rid of
about
them
it?
if you're getting less matches. But if that's your current hair, I wouldn't want you to miss.
Haley, are you looking for men or women both?
It says bisexual woman.
Bisexual.
Okay, all right. Because I was going to say, I am not surprised that men are responding less with short hair just because heterosexual men have some stuff to work out.
Wow,
But,
people are saying they're unworthy. Look how much. I mean, if anything, this should just give you such a confidence boost. I mean, look how much people are like thirsting over your shit right now. There's no reason why you shouldn't be, honestly, fully married.
Look at
to a
everyone
very
that is
rich-
around you. And I don't mean like actually, I just mean like screw them. The fact that they're not, yeah, Lex, look, go swipe through some of these pictures. They're a farmer, they're an artist, and
That's the
they
first-
are,
Kickboxer.
yeah.
Is that your first
Yeah.
pick, by the way, with the overalls? Is that your intended
Yeah.
first pick? Because I think that's a really good first pick.
Go to the moving
yeah.
picture. Show Lexi the
The
moving
GIF,
picture.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or GIF, I guess.
I always forget if it's GIF or GIF, which is why I said
think it's
moving
actually
picture
GIF.
because
That's beautiful.
Yeah, the
So-
GIF
Yeah.
is so good. I don't know if you can put a GIF as
Absolutely.
your first picture though, but
The GIF is great too because it's like I actually love. I feel like every profile should have one of these because it gives you can get so much personality even from 1 second of movement. You know.
Yeah. I love the short hair.
Yeah, I don't get that thing with the short. I can't believe you're getting less matches because of the short hair. Because I think it's a great look for you.
so
but-
Haley's first is the one with the green jacket, they said.
Oh,
Is
that the
one-
the one in the bathroom selfie.
Oh no.
Oh, I don't think that's the
Uh,
best first pick for you. I like that
Yeah.
picture, but
The one
I-
with the warm hat.
or-
Oh, that one. Okay.
No, I think
No,
it's
the one in the bathroom. I think the one in
it's-
the overalls with the rainbow shirt. I think that's a great picture
That's
to
the one that
start
popped
with.
up for me first. And I
Yeah.
was immediately like, oh. But I would say there's a few other ones. I mean, I think the one with you with the food is adorbs. I think what else would I go with? I think this.
Sorry,
if you can
Holden,
make the
divorce. We
GIF
got
your first-
divorces in chat.
If you can,
We got
divorces-
divorces in
Lexi
chat.
agrees. She's a beauty, absolutely. we're consensually agreeing on that. I think I really like the overall one as the first. That's the first one that popped out for me, and I was like, oh, cool. I'm down. Like, I think this is cool. I'm down.
Agree, the overall one. Because it's just like I feel like you get a great view of your face, and it's like Holden said, it's essentially a full body shot. Like, and it's also there's a lot of personality in it, you know?
Yeah. Why am I so sweaty all the time? Maybe.
Yeah, why
I
are
was gonna
you
say,
so
hold on.
sweaty?
It's the wine.
Recently
I think.
became
What
dressed.
happened to you?
I think it's the wine and the doing a stream and screaming into a microphone.
Yeah.
Uh.
I don't know, I'm drinking a lot of tequila. I just
I don't know what's going on.
Gideon is so sweaty. It's something that makes me feel close to Holden.
Yeah. I'm just
Gideon's
such a
just the
sweaty
sweatiest
guy,
man.
and I'm on blood pressure medication now. I thought that was gonna help, but I live in overalls, haha. So again, maybe that's like I said.
because
I
you're
mean,
a farmer.
Fucking farmer.
hold a second
and-
rough for this group date. Yeah.
I would not change much about your bio at all, but I do think even more information about what it is you actually do, like fucking kickboxer, farmer, horse rider,
Yeah,
all
that's
of that
so
stuff.
hot. All that stuff's
Yeah.
so hot, and we get a little taste of it. Maybe that's enough, but I just think that's like, I think you could either sell pictures on that end, or maybe a little bit more in the bio. Even though the bio is so good, a little bit more in the bio.
Yeah.
Just to explain
Agreed.
a little bit more about who you are and a little less, because like I think that it's fun to have, especially because you are looking for something serious. I think something to convey that a little bit more of like grounding it a little bit more in reality, but don't change it. Just add a little bit of something afterwards that's a little bit more real.
Totally.
Yeah.
And also, Slime Gang, you're right. I want to see a photo of you doing farm stuff, whatever that may be, because that would be woo!
I mean, I think that the picture that made me go like, "Oh man, this is such a
is the food eating picture, because I love
for me it was the painting
picture.
one, even though I think that it could be cropped and stuff, that just that element of like, oh my god, I want to be there with her right now. I want to be out there.
I want to come up behind you and put my hands on your hips and be like, babe,
when I dip, you dip, we
like
dip.
that's what when I dip you, and then we'll do the Tootsie Roll together. That's what I want to do with you. I want to do the Tootsie Roll with you.
So therefore,
consensually, anxious right away, consensually.
So therefore, if you had a cute picture of farming, kickboxing, blah blah blah, all that stuff, or not cute, badass, that would make my heart melt even more. You know what I mean?
I just got to tell you,
sweaty I've gotten since I started watching you look at your Tinder. I mean,
it's you, Haley.
I was gonna say that sweatiness definitely coincided with Haley's profile. B, Gideon just texted me to say I'm not sweaty when it's an appropriate temperature. So he's watching the stream and he heard me talk about how
it's way colder in here for sure. I need them to turn it down for sure. What was I going to say? Thank you so much for the raid. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Also, Pippa says, hi, Gideon. What else can we say? Are we good on Haley? I mean, this is...
I feel bad because I want to give you more help. I just wish that I could pick you up. If I put you in Los Angeles, you would be wifed by the end of the year.
Yeah.
If I could just pick you up and put you in Glendale, it wouldn't be a fucking question.
Yeah.
I just need you to know that outside of your small community, I think that this goes to show you are very good.
I think you got to know,
Haley,
and everybody should know this, that like that you're doing the right thing. And Haley, I think especially for you, like the bio is funny, the pics are great. I think that if you are struggling, it's based on where you are, and hope and again, annoying to hear when you're in the situation, but like just have faith that like you are doing exactly what you should be doing, and someone
I did need the confidence boost, bro. You are fucking you are a fox. Like you have so many good qualities going. You have so many great things about your
Also, I am Ricky Minaj. OG says, as a queer person from rural Missouri, dating was so hard. Had to move to the city to get a bigger dating pool, and that's gotta suck. It has to suck.
I would
so
be
frustrating.
So single if I was still in my hometown. I promise you.
I'm too much. I'm too much.
Is there a way? Is there where? I don't know exactly where you're at. I forget what you said, but is there a town you could go to and hang out in for like a long weekend and just see what happens?
And especially as a queer person too, like it's just so hard out there. If you're, I mean, yeah, you got to try to connect with some other communities, maybe.
Yeah, for sure. Because there's no reason we should even need to give you any advice.
Look at how much Holden's sweating.
I know. Look what you did to me. It's partially the lack of air conditioning in this very specific part of the apartment, and the red wine, but all right, who was next? We've got
You're in
Aaron
British
next,
Columbia. You're in Dawson's Creek.
And again, you're going to get an email from Silas with free Strix products, and even if you a lady, that stuff is going to be good. So, get into it. All right. Aaron, which one were you? You were...
What are we doing next?
Aaron M.
Yes, I've got probably a witch. All right, cool. We got you. Sorry, I was just trying to find it on the spreadsheet here that Silas was so wonderful to put together. Shout out to
Silas
Get
is
Two
the
Strix.
best. Shout out to
Silas.
Strix who lets us do this.
Yeah, thank
It
you so
is
much.
insane.
Greatly appreciate
Ah,
you.
yeah, Silas's mom is in the chat as well. Hi, Silas.
Yes, are we going to do Silas's mom after this? We have
Yes.
we have a profile for Silas's
Silas's mom, I hear, has got it going on.
All right, we're already getting an
I cannot tell a lie.
We've already got an
You know what?
awooga for Aaron.
Waited for so long.
Again, same kind of age
Ooh,
range.
this
Everything.
dress.
Ooh, wait.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Love this beautiful landscape. The dress is gorgeous. She, they pronouns. Poly partnered ×2. Leftist witch with ADHD. Holy shit, yeah,
Fuck
dude.
yeah.
Loving it.
Yeah.
Great start.
Fuck yeah.
I'm in. Please don't ask me to go on a hike with you.
Oh my god, great start. Absolutely
Dude,
never
Right,
did that.
immediately, all of this to my right.
Every-
Yeah.
in New York City, it was
like
bikes.
SDL, I was like, I love how much SDL travels, but this, like, don't ask me to go on a hike with you. I'm like, that's me, actually.
So funny. And in New York, it was bikes. It was all of every profile was like, I ride bikes, and if you don't ride bikes, then you can't be with me because I'm a bikey bike.
Especially
so I love
here, if
opening
it
with
wasn't
so
even
much.
that, it wasn't even that. How many times I'd be like, if you're not on a fixed speed, don't talk to me. I'm like,
Ugh.
okay, don't worry, I wasn't.
Yeah,
done.
I'm
See, I was
definitely
like,
not going to.
I'm a sucker for a boy on a bike, man.
You
Oh,
love
really?
it. You
I
love
love a
it.
boy on a fixie. Oh, a fixie boy. Give
I'm
it to
Ricky
me.
Dimaj. Thank you for the gifted sub to Shibiwu. Greatly appreciate you. That is so funny. What is it about the biking boy, MJ?
I don't know. I fell in love with
Since
15
Pop
of
Goblin
them,
is with
so I
you.
assumed I would love them all. You know, they got the little rolled up pant leg. They all got tats.
Oh, I hate the rolled up pant leg.
They're all
Especially when they don't roll it down just because they want everyone to know.
leave it up.
They rode their
Leave
bike
it up,
here.
Jack. Oh,
They rode their bike here.
I love though that one person's, bag of shit is another person's bag of gold. Jackie hates everything about that. That is exactly what would make MJ like clear out a Saturday night plan.
absolutely. Many of the people I
So
love
funny.
are the complete opposite of me. I would also put Gideon in this category. Jackie is in this category. It's a great. I love a boy with a rolled up pant leg who's sweating, who's like, oh, sorry, I biked here. Yes, please.
Frank Listine, though, I agree with that with anything. I think people generally find this annoying, but just like video games, it can't be your personality. I think the
Right.
general population doesn't want anyone to make anything their whole personality. It's just not good. It reminds me of Love is Blind with the ballerina when she was like, I ballet, and it's so interesting that I ballet. And like, it immediately was a turnoff. So it was just like, oh, you think ballet, like, you think this one thing about you is like the most interesting, fascinating thing. And it just never comes off good. Anyways, but you got a lot going on.
Well,
Which is very funny.
she needs to be saved from that fucking psychopath Matt. I know we don't have time to get into it, but somebody check on Colleen is all I'm saying.
Somebody help Colleen, please. I'm more of an indoorsy person, loves horror, romance novels, pasta, and daydreaming about living in the practical magic house. The video is an MCR concert. Moving to Oregon, right, in January. Looking for friends, dates, casual, open to more, not interested in having/being a unicorn. Great stuff. Everyone hates Matt in chat. I agree. He's a fucking monster.
I'm so glad.
I really like
Ooh.
how well you're laying out what you're interested. This is exactly what I was asking other people to do. What you're looking for, what you're interested in. I mean, I just
Very
get it
clear.
immediately. What's kind of funny is, and I don't think this was your intended first picture. You're like, I hate the outdoors. Fuck the outdoors. My first picture is you standing in the forest like you're a forest witch. You know what I mean?
Nymph,
Like,
yeah.
But yeah, I think maybe that's good though, because it's not like you're like, you don't want a picture in like a dark basement, right?
ooh, I
Right.
mean, I'm liking some of these others a lot. This is a great. It was at a wedding. Got you. I love this one with the like pentagram like lace.
These the
leg-
leggings, the leg wraps.
That's a great first picture.
Yeah, that's a great picture.
That's
this is
nice.
these pictures. Did you get these pictures professionally done? They're
Good full
fucking
body.
gorgeous.
What are these-
Gorgeous. I
are these
love
tarot
the picture of
cards?
you. I love the picture of you in the like archway.
The arch. Yeah.
Oh, I want to be with you so
The
desperately.
tarot cards is cool too.
Oh wait, did I fuck the? Oh, okay. You said I wish I could see. Lol. Okay. Got you. I got you, Anxious Spider-Man. I'm sorry. Yeah, I think I like all these. I think the only one I don't know if I love, I guess it's fine. The cornfield one. Again, though, it's like you outdoorsy. Just think that I
mean-
like.
But this is such a great picture of your face.
Mm-hmm,
It is funny that you are outdoors in several of your pictures, but this I think the cornfield close up one is great.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
I
Oh,
love the
lavender.
video at an
This is
MCR
like
concert.
I
Is
like
lavender.
I think I like the you on the bed one as your first. I don't know. What was your intended first picture? Those are tarot cards. I like the one with you on the bed. Maybe you're trying to not give off too much of a sexy vibe right off the top, but I just think you look great in this picture.
Yes.
What do you guys think?
I really enjoy the fact that you are very open with what you want and what you don't want in this profile. I think that is what a breath of fresh air
Yeah.
when you are looking at a profile and being very straight. I love that you are very open about your relationship. I love exactly what I love the open honesty and communication with everything with this. I love that you show exactly your whole body, your whole vibe. Even that, like, I generally think that like saying something negative in your profile is not necessarily a good look to
Usually
start
I
off
think
with.
it's a faux pas, but for some I laughed
I think
immediately.
that this is
and it was
funny because
Yeah.
it's funny.
Yeah.
That's the
It
difference. Is that
doesn't
if you
come
turn
off
it
as
into a
mean.
fun joke,
Yeah.
It's also like, don't
it's
ask
not
me to go on a hike. I think it's
self-depreciating.
using the word please that helps it be funny.
please don't
and
ask me
not
to go on a hike with
obnoxious.
you. And
Yeah.
not just like never ask me to go on a hike, because
Yes.
there's a difference in how
Yes.
and again, it's not self-depreciating. It's not like I am way too sweaty to go on a hike with you, where it's like, I like that it is, yes, I was referring to
Right.
you, Holden, but I do think that like, I like that. I like everything about that.
Yeah.
And
I also think it's stuff I probably wish the first was intended not looking for horny straight men. Is that a comment on me wanting you to do the one with you on the bed? I'm straight and I'm horny, but you know what I mean? I mean, it's not that. I just think it's a really nice shot for sure. But
Yeah,
I also
I
love
think
Pippa.
beautiful.
No, 100%. I agree with you. Am I having that queer dilemma? Do I want to be with you or do I want to be you? It's the struggle. I don't know which I want more.
Yeah, I
Ooh.
agree. It's like please don't make me go on a hike with you. It just comes off as just super funny and playful and not negative. Like it doesn't feel like fuck this, which sometimes people do to try to be playful, but it doesn't always read as playful. I feel like your bio reads as very playful, and the pictures are really sexy. And I don't think somebody asked like, are they too like fucky? And like, I think that based on what I don't know, it seems like, it seems like kind of you're putting out the vibe, like, this is what I'm looking for. To me, it just seems very honest and very fun and playful, and like, this is who I am. And I think that, yeah, I mean, I'm struggling to find a picture I would take away.
Yes, by the way, it's so funny. Silas is asking. This might be just me, but I don't know what the unicorn means at the end, but it was explained by Dottie. Yeah, it's the.
But also, at least that's something that, like, if you do know what the unicorn means, you know what the unicorn
Wait,
means.
what does it mean? I missed it.
Oh, it's a
means
straight
being a
couple looking
third.
for their their woman that will come in and not like disrupt
Or a
anything in the
person,
relationship.
yeah.
There will be this like, it's called a unicorn because it's like so hard to find this like extra woman that's not going to come in and disrupt anything in the household. That's just
Jeff
gonna
and I
be
say this
whatever
all the
they
time,
need her
like,
to be.
Gotcha.
I would so easily have sex with a woman if the person wanted to have sex with both Jeff and I and was down for just a one night thing and was down for, again, it's a unicorn. That's just
Gotcha.
difficult to find.
There's actually
I've
a
always heard
movie starring
unicorn
Lauren
described from-
Lapkus called The Unicorn. I think it came out, and it's all about that. It's all about the like a couple tried to find that, like going out in the town. Yeah,
I've
mixed
always
up
heard it
pictures.
like from heterosexual women who describe like the man that they want but doesn't exist as like that's the unicorn
Mm.
or the manicorn. I've also heard.
So yeah, I mean, what do
Manicorn
we?
is dumb. The only, I think that like it's so difficult because I really love all of your pictures, and I do think that it does show such a good snapshot of who you are. I guess part of but this is a question to you, is that you're looking for friends or dates or something casual, but you are in multiple relationships. Do you want to include pictures of your partners in it, or do you want to keep them separate? That is obviously also a very personal thing. You do not have to answer it right here. But I, as someone that has like, done the poly thing before, I'm not sure how you feel about keeping that close to the chest, or something you want to include other people in.
Do we also even ask the question like, what's your experience been, and what's what are you looking for? Do we even ask that?
Well,
question?
they say literally on the profile, looking for friends / casual.
Yeah, I guess that's why we didn't ask the question, right? No, my partners have nothing to do with who I date. Okay,
great. And I think that so other than that, I feel like you do a really good job of describing who you are as a human being. I get a great snapshot of how you spend your Saturday nights, and I want to spend the Saturday nights with you. Like, I do feel like this is such a great overall snapshot of who you are. The only, I guess, the other thing is that, like, what other things do you do that you would want to include? Like we've made mention and joked about, like, multiple pictures of you outside, even though you say that you don't want to go on hikes. I, of course, understand completely what you mean by saying you don't want to go on hikes, because I don't want to fucking go on hikes either. But I'm down to take a picture in a forest. I'm also down with that. But is there anything else you want to say about you and how you spend your time that you would like to include pictures of?
And I, as not super familiar with Tinder and the relationship of like poly community to Tinder, I'm also curious, like, is it worth saying something like that? Like, now my partners have nothing to do with who I date in the bio, in terms of like whether you want to say like, this is, I want to date people, I'm partnered and I also want to date people, and that's separate, just is in the interest of being more clear about kind of what it is you're looking for.
I think you could say that the partner ×2, my dating life is separate. I think even if it is that of just explaining that, because as someone, again, done the poly thing before, of like how involved and how not involved, of course, every single person has their own ideologies and keeps their partnerships how they want to keep them. But I think that that's the only thing that you could add to explain your situation a little bit more.
Yeah, and I'm kind of curious, like, what are you frustrated in this current state, or like what
right?
That's why maybe I get what you're looking for in this profile, so that doesn't need to be asked. But like, is there anything that you are like frustrated with currently, with like,
Also, what is your master's in? I see under here that it says you got your master's, unless it has something that has nothing to do with your life currently. But if it is, I'm very interested in what you got your master's in, especially someone as fucking cool as you are? I want to know, because that also explains a lot about you and the
Masters in
kind of things you like to do.
counseling. Yeah, man.
Yes.
Put masters in counseling in your bio for sure.
I know it says that you are a counselor at a private practice, but also, again,
That's interesting.
we don't know what kind of counseling. So even if it's like you got your master's in a specific kind of counseling, just so that it explains a little bit more, because it's like, do you counsel kids? Do you counsel vets? Do you counsel, like, what do you? Oh
my sex therapy. What? Dude, put that in the bio. People are gonna be so psyched about that. Even in Idaho. I saw you say that in Idaho the options are very limited. But yeah, that's just like a auga moment.
Yeah, I don't know if you noticed how I responded. Unless, because it's sex therapy, you don't feel comfortable saying that.
Like
Which I would also
Alyssa from
understand.
season 4 of The Circle, who kept bringing up that she worked for a sex
She
therapist.
worked for a sex therapist, even though.
And everyone was like, oh, you must know a thing or two about sex. And I was like, I'm happy for you, Alyssa, but you're not a sex therapist yourself. Whereas it sounds like Aaron actually is a sex therapist themselves, and like, hell yeah, that's just such a fun and exciting. Think about how much Alyssa gained in social capital from working for a sex therapist.
That makes a lot of sense. I've had a lot of weird experiences with people when I say it up front, and I feel like that too is also, what did you say, Idaho, right? I feel like that's also might be conducive.
It's too
you might have a
fucking
different experience
bad,
in,
man.
Like, New York City
Yeah,
saying you're a
that's
sex
fair.
therapist versus like Idaho. You know what I mean? I mean, I even
Yeah.
think regionally it can change.
Yeah, I can understand why you would leave it out, but I will say,
Scare
as someone
people
just
away.
now knowing you more, I am very awooga.
Sex therapy in Idaho has too many bad pun options. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. So, hey y'all, how's it going? Going good, Jordan. So what are we? Yeah, are we at a consensus here? I would
No,
say.
yeah, I mean the pictures are all great. The bio is
Yeah.
great. If anything, I would say
What is your first picture? Did we ever find out what your first picture is? Is it the one
Yes,
of
it
you?
is the one in the woods. They said they chose it specifically because they weren't trying to specifically attract horny straight dudes, which I totally get. I mean, I can see how this would give off more of like Witch of the Woods kind of.
This
vibe.
should be the first pick to me. This is a perfect first pick.
I mean,
Yes.
my only thing, and I
That
get
or
that
the
being in
lavender
woods
picture.
doesn't equal I love the woods, but I do think it's kind of funny that you're in the woods in your first picture, and one of the big sentiments I get from you in the about me is that I don't fucking like the woods. I mean, it's not like it's a no-go or whatever, but I like that one. I would say the tarot one, or even this one right before the second to last one, is like a really sweet picture too. I would even just do this if you're struggling with getting hits. I mean, and this is for anybody. I would pick a different first picture once a month.
I do like that picture of you looking off to the side as well. It's a very
picture.
classy.
Yeah,
Less,
this is
like
beautiful.
sexy, like the one I liked on the bed with the pentagram lace legging things, but it still is like a little sexy, a little but also like elegant and stunning.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I would, and again, it just, for me, the other one, I like it in the mix, but your backs to the camera, and it's a little far away, and I don't know. I just don't know if it pops for me as much as one of these other ones. That one, this one, and the tarot one, or I think honestly this one with you looking off is probably.
I think it's beautiful.
A
Also,
really good first one.
Rever Green says stunning, and Sith Pop Goblins is like, yes, you are stunning. That is the word. The word is stunning. Everything about you is stunning.
Yeah.
I'm very, very into what you're putting down.
For sure. All right. Shall we move on? Silas is saying maybe if we can get my mother's profile in at the end, that'd be great. But he was curious more about, or he wants to give away more product, to be quite honest with you, and he can give away product to his mom all day. So I think we're going probably a witch, Jackie. We can hang whenever you want.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Probably a witch. for the submission.
All right, so what we're saying is we need to move a little quicker through a couple of these so that we can get more. We want to get more free product out there.
Yeah, or he just said move on to someone not my mom next, and if we have time, we'll do my mom because he wants to give away some more stuff. So, all right, should we do? I'm just gonna list some people out. We've got is Juan or Luke in the chat? Is Juan or Luke in the chat? Do we have either of you in the chat?
Well, Luke said that they saw the Strix TikTok about this, so I don't know if they are necessarily aware that this one is happening.
I see. Gotcha. So maybe
I know that's the thing is that we all want to see your mom's profile.
I know we're definitely going to do his mom's profile for sure.
We have to do it.
Is Mateus, Maddie Diff, is Mateus in chat? We've got. I'm just going to name all the names, and the first person to say something we'll do. Aaron. We already did probably a witch. That was Aaron. Is Juan, Luke, Mateus, Peter, Adam. Adam, we might not be able to do because we'd have to cover your face and stuff, and we're not gonna be able to do that on the fly. Sorry. Gina, Matt, Lydia, Emma. Any of these people in chat? I'm at Red Age. I just don't know if I can. I don't think I can cover your face and do all the stuff you need us to do in order to do yours. It's fine. You don't have to cover my face. Are you sure? We good? All right. I'm down to do it. I'd love to do it, but I want to make sure you're comfortable and it's all okay because you.
Yes, because you don't have to do anything you are not comfortable with.
All right.
We got Adam and James. I'll put it in our chat. Hold it.
And James. All right. Cool. All right. Let's do it. All right.
Love it.
Oh, I'm so interested. Adam. Please don't ask me to hike with you unless it's the only one.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, I'll move quickly past your location information, Adam, for sure. We'll move right past that. We won't show that. Please don't ask me to hike with you unless it's only 1 mile. Looking for friends, dates. So first of all, you and Probably Witch should just be friends, if nothing. You guys should hang out. Red Age and Probably a Witch should hang out. I just changed it because of Probably a Witch.
I love it.
So funny. Please don't ask me to go to hike with you unless it's only 1 mile. Looking for friends, dates, or whatever else comes my way. Working in Asian studies. Talk to me about all things China, museums, and podcasts. Progressive, and you should be too. What's the best museum in D.C.? What is the best queer hang in the area? All right.
I love the questions. I love the questions on a profile. Yes, I love it.
Yes, and it already really from that bio, I have so many questions for you, and I want to be like, wait, tell me about what you study, like all things China, like, well, how, why, like, I love it. It draws me in immediately.
I'm hoping we see some pictures that give that off too. We're not there yet, but what else do we have? Still figuring it out. Taurus, bachelors, don't want children vaccinated. Great. I'm so great you can just put the vaccinated thing in that part. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yeah. I love that. I love that.
The sticker's a little gaudy to me. I would rather just see vaccinated in this part and not like the
But at least the vaccinated sticker, at least again, it's not it's not a paragraph of talking about how I am vaccinated and you should be vaccinated too. At least it is just like I'm vaccinated.
And it immediately weeds up people who you don't want,
Yes.
Gotcha, Red Age. I don't because my China pics were pre-transition.
Got you. Excellent.
Completely understandable.
Totally.
Looking for friends, dates, or whatever else comes my way. Yeah, we already said that. Oh, I'm sorry. I was going down here. ENTJ, big time texter, compliments, want a pet.
What does that mean? What does the compliments thing mean? Is there like an option of like, I'm not into compliments, and that means you are into I apologize. This is where the newfangled, the new Tinder is
like
different.
I like compliments, love language.
Oh, it's your love language.
Oh,
Fuck
I see.
Yeah.
It's a little heart in the text
box.
I
love that. I love that.
That's cool. That's really cool. What else? Want a pet, socially on weekends, non-smoker, weed occasionally. Perfect. So again, the weed thing, if we just have it down there occasionally, I'm like, okay, not your personality, but I definitely know I'll get along in this certain way.
And I know
we
that
can
like
move on.
if I love to smoke weed, you're not going to be like against that, you
Yeah.
know? Like
And
What?
in a spectrum is such a great thing to have as an option in there. That is great.
I apologize, but back to what you were saying in like your actual bio. This is coming as someone that is, I'm admittedly not very bright. I would be very intimidated by working in Asian studies. Talk to me about all things China, museums, and podcasts. I'd immediately be like, I am not smart enough
Worthy.
for this
Okay.
human being.
interesting.
That is the one that, as someone that is not very, again, identifies as very smart. I'm not a very smart person.
Well, also
I
this is-
think that there's something that you could add in there, just maybe just to like soften it up a little bit, just to open it up, just because I think it's awesome that you're so specific about what you're into.
Red Age in a spectrum is morning or late person. Okay, honestly, that comes off like you're on the spectrum, which is not a big deal. I know I'm so sweaty. It's the wine and the. I think it's this blood pressure medication I'm on too. It makes me sweat more for some reason, but it's keeping the blood pressure down, which is nice.
That's true.
Okay, that's weird. That really came off like I'm on the spectrum, but maybe if you use Tinder, you would know the difference. You would know that that's not what that is. But yes, I agree with you. I'm gonna also back Jackie on this because Red Age, I know you're really playful and silly and fun because I know you in this chat. You have a very.
I guess that's also why I'm thinking about it, is because
Yeah.
like I don't view you like that. Like I had no idea you were into Asian studies. I think it's fucking awesome. But also, Chef Destroy did say, speaking as someone who has frequently visited the DC area but is not a DC person, it's much more common in that city to be heavily educated and into intimidating subjects. That is something I had no idea. So thank you so much for explaining that. That makes a lot more sense. I am very intimidated by this profile.
But
Reddit
How
But
interesting
also,
that
I
you
mean,
guys both know Redditch from chat and are surprised to know this like area of study for them. So like
Yeah.
that's something that is fascinating to me because it's like, so you have this thing that's really cool. Like my initial reaction to that was like, wow, how cool and interesting, and I want to ask more. But I also understand the reaction of being like, wow, okay, are you an academic? Like maybe I can't access this. So yeah, so it sounds like, you know, Jackie, you're suggesting just put in some more playful stuff right kind of up at the top as well.
Mm-hmm. Also, Bear Joels, we'll try to get to you if we have time.
Yes, and yes, that is yours, Bear Jowls. That is yours.
Yeah, for sure. I want to see more of the playfulness, Red Age, because I know you're like a really funny. You've got kind of a biting, fun but silly sense of humor, and I think we could catch a little of that in this profile a little bit, because but I like this info, Jackie. I know it comes off as maybe a little intimidating. Maybe,
oh no, I know. I think it's really good to that. All I was saying was that add in a little bit of softness. Like that's all I'm saying. I think it's great information. I think, and I say intimidating in the best way possible. I'm not saying it like it's bad. I'm saying it just more like, wow, I had no idea.
Yeah, and even like whatever, like I'm not sure if there's like fun facts you have, but like I study all things China. For example, I don't know. It's hard to think of an example, but like
my favorite fact about China is or something like that, or like something
just a little
like
joke,
a sillier thing,
right?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. A little joke right after that, you know.
Yeah. But it's good. Yeah, it's good conversation starters. So it's working off of it, but definitely keep it. It's almost zero. Oh yeah. By the way, we asked the question, "What are you looking for?" And almost zero matches. So I've never gotten that far. Okay. So we got some work to do here. Is this your intended first picture? You with the mask? Because immediately we're gonna be like, we want, you know.
Yeah, we want to see your beautiful face.
Red Age, you look great. Oh, I love this picture of the leather jacket, brah.
Ooh, yes.
I love these.
Oh,
what is
yeah.
your intended first picture?
Yes, that's your first
love
picture.
These
For
pictures.
sure. Yes.
Dude, bro, this is
Oh,
fucking...
yes. All the full body pics, yes, 100%.
I like all of these.
Yes,
I mean, it's a little repetitive with the leather jacket. It's all from kind of the same shoot, but I also appreciate we're getting full body. We're getting a nice like close up.
Yes.
Yes, I'm getting Jughead Jones vibes. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, totally,
very
dude.
Jughead.
Snake.
These pics are
Boys,
great.
or whatever it is.
You don't even fucking know.
A
Don't
serpent never
pretend.
shed his skin.
Serpent never shed his skin, Holden.
If this were a straight cis man, I'd assume ask me about China means whatever the China-specific version of a weeboo is, but from literally anyone else, I just think they were a cool person that would probably like talk about stuff like intercultural communication with me. Lol, says Josie. Interesting. That woodsy background is nice too. I love it. I mean, the only thing is there's not a lot of diversity. It's like clearly from the same shoot, but
yeah, I would choose two, like the close up and the either a long shot or a medium shot. But not have
I really
all
like
three.
you smiling here from knees up.
That's why I think the medium shot is the one to do because your smile.
Yes.
I love this picture so fucking much.
I
love this picture.
This I think is the first picture because it is you don't need for a full body shot. It really is like knees and up. You know, there's no surprises that are going to happen below your knees. If there are, then you can include them. But like this is like serves as a total full body shot, but it's close enough that we can see your great smile.
Yeah, I really like this picture, and I really like the less big smile close up picture, the one that right after it. I think that's a great like other picture. Of course, we're gonna say the same thing that we said to SDL. I want more of a diversity of like your lifestyle. Like we're just kind of have this one photo shoot. I get that. I'm the same way, Red Age. Yeah, I don't take pics of myself, so it's like all the same. I'm the same way. I don't usually make it a point to take a lot of now that with Winnie, I'm like and even then I'm trying to take more pictures of like my own daughter because I'm just so not prone to that.
Me too.
But realizing like, oh, I need to capture this so it like stays, so I would just say, again, just like force it a little bit because
Strix official says Strix said it earlier. Put on a suit and pick up a puppy.
I love
pick
that.
It's literally like it really is like just getting some diversity and maybe over this holiday season of maybe that's your prerogative of like I'm gonna get even if it's selfies, get some more great. Your smile is. I mean, I know that we used the word earlier, stunning. I think that like get more smiling pictures in there.
Oh,
take out the mask picture, even though I love that the picture is of your graduation. So that's the only reason why maybe do keep the mask picture in just because I think it's a really cool picture.
Just put it like last, like put it dead last and make sure it's curated. Turn off that setting. And put it dead last.
Yes, Pippa, no, get chat people to take pictures of you at the Page 7 show.
Absolutely.
For sure. Please.
And I know I said before, I think it was to SDL, like, you want to mix not too many selfies, and all of my photos of me, if I have them, are selfies because I never think to ask like take a picture of me. But in this case, you've got a lot of great pictures that aren't selfies, and I would say maybe add one selfie of you doing something that's really fun and that is clearly like has that, because then we get a closer up of your beautiful face and it's more playful too.
Pippino says get chat people to take pics of you at the Page 7 show, and Reddit said good idea. I think that's a great idea. Because we've got Forrest, and I love this other picture of you. I'm not really sure you're like on a banister with like water behind you. I think it's an absolutely beautiful picture as well, right? So like these are all really good, and I really appreciate again like a lot of like you guys have gotten so much better about like the full body shots. I swear to God, back when I was doing online dating, there was none of them. It was all a camera here pointing right down at their face for like all the pictures. So establishing that, you've done that such a good job of that. So it's like just get some pictures in a little bit of different situations, and I think you're going to be super good to go.
Yeah, and honestly, the live show will be a great opportunity. Yes, ask other people to take photos of you, and also just get one of yourself excited at a live show. Like
even if selfies aren't your thing, if you have at least one selfie in there, like it's you ain't got to tell nobody else about it. You don't have to make selfies your thing, but just get a couple selfies in there.
Yeah. You look great, Adam. Love it.
Agreed, Intrepid. A profile that is all high-angle selfies is an immediate swipe left bleh. But I will say I've seen none of that in all of the submissions that we've had on this stream. So I think the landscape is. I think people have really realized the what is needed in that. So I think a sense more of your playfulness, which is funny because we get, I think, your warmth in these pictures, but we're not getting it in the description, right?
Yes. So I think just something a little funny, just something that makes you smile.
And not a ton. You don't want to add like 5 jokes, maybe one joke, right? One or two.
Just one. Just like I said, just something to soften it up a little bit. Just because like it is like I'm very impressed. Which is fucking awesome.
Yeah, totally, for sure. What else?
All
I
right, so
mean, is there anything? Do you have any other hobbies or anything besides museums, China? I think again, yeah. If you could maybe take someone on a friend date to a museum and have them take a picture of you at a museum, that would be good. I love that when people tell stories though about their personality in the pictures as opposed to the bio. So if there's something about your hobby, a hobby you didn't mention in your bio that you can kind of get across in the pictures. I also always do personally, I always liked like one goofy, I'm dressed in a weird costume for Halloween dumb picture,
True.
right? I
Yeah.
always like to see, now I'm boring, books hanging out at the waterfront, boba Chinese calligraphy. Chinese calligraphy? I don't think we got a sense of that.
But then put in a moving picture, because again, GIF or GIF, of if you make Chinese calligraphy of you doing that, like, or like
Totally.
something like that.
Yes.
Because we're talking about, I think, who just brought this up, like the hands, like we were talking about the pottery, about like
Yes.
something that just shows that you doing something you like to do.
Yes. Agree
in a
with Chef
different
Destroy.
way.
Like you're like, I'm boring. Cool shit. Cool
Yeah,
shit.
also,
cool
no one's
I know, yeah, you're so cool.
No one's thinking you're
Agree
boring,
with-
by the way. Chef Destroy. No, I'm boring. I just like all this
No.
cool shit. I would love to see some. if you partake in Chinese calligraphy and all that kind of stuff, or take a picture of you
Yeah.
at boba place, and
Yeah.
again,
Totally.
we go back to like, let's not make like any one thing your entire personality, but I think that you could have a couple of a calligraphy picture and a boba place. Yeah, I think. And
Yeah,
again,
it's definitely not coming off as like, I went to college with people who were like really weirdly obsessed with like one country, and you're like,
Mhm.
why is that your thing? And like that's not coming off at all. It's just like, oh,
No,
you're like
not at all.
scholar. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You're
I
just
totally
cool as
agree.
shit is what comes off.
All
Like,
the-
Yes.
all this stuff
All
is
right, guys,
great conversation starters.
we got 20 minutes left.
Yeah.
We've got both James and Matt and Silas's mom.
All right, cool. Let's get Matt. We're gonna do Bear Joel.
Thank you also, Redditch Prop, for sending in. I really appreciate it. I know that it's not, again, for everybody, it's not easy. We know this isn't easy, but everyone's like, who just said this too, that like everyone in our chat and everyone in our community is so fucking hot. Like Yahtzee Rise, so far
Yeah,
everyone is very
yeah.
good looking and incredibly cool, which is no surprise to anyone who comes to any of your streams and hangs out in the chat. It's
Yes.
insane. This
For real.
is great.
Like
Yeah.
not
Like, this is
a,
easy.
not a single dud yet. Like everyone is just like, oh my God, why aren't you having more luck? Okay, like yeah, everyone looks like someone I want to hang out with and is just absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, and I don't like to use hyperbole, but I do genuinely think you guys are like pretty brave for letting us put you on the chopping block and give you feedback in this way.
Yes.
I'd feel pretty. It is a live stream. There's a pretty decent amount of people watching, so it is really cool. that
Holden's
you guys are-
drenched in sweat. You don't know what's gonna
I'm
happen.
completely drenched in sweat. I think I'm finally cooling down. We need a page 7 dating app, absolutely.
No,
Hey everyone, Bear
dude.
Joels. Hey everyone, usually lurking rather. The streams are on while I'm at work, but I love staying up late with y'all. Hell yeah. First of
Hell
all,
yeah.
what are you looking for? Maybe we'll find that in your profile. And what's your experience been so far? We've got Matt. I love everyone's like around the same age too, which is so funny. Matt. We've got.
Ooh, you went to the CIA? Done. Okay, I'll give it.
Yes,
Yes, please.
Yeah,
Yes.
you cook. All right.
Yes.
6'3",
That's CIA? Okay.
6'3".
Okay.
I'm looking for it
Okay.
all, honestly, says Bear Joel. 6'3", big goofball and simultaneous old soul kid at heart. Video board card games, but I'll slip out of the house and have some fun if the spot is right. I'd probably go hiking, but you got to sell it like a pin.
I love everyone's
Again, that's great. That's a great, succinct way of saying it.
I love
Great.
it. I love that verbiage. That's great. Looking to just spend time together. Looking to just spend some time together and see where it goes. But I work nights and weekends, so scheduling is a hassle. Quick facts: I roll a great joint, occasionally gym, am allegedly funny, not on socials. Fantastic cuddles.
I bet you give fantastic cuddles.
I bet.
I want to say take out allegedly funny.
Yeah.
Even like I want to just make it say I'm funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah, or
Because-
even people
Or just take it
say-
out.
Or even people
Or
say
take it
I'm
out.
funny or whatever. But I think you kind of get that across from
Because
Big
you get it,
Goofball.
I'm probably go hiking, but you gotta sell it like a pen. That's very funny.
Yeah, I think
like
you-
you don't need
yeah,
to
I
say
would
you're
take it
funny.
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
We're
Yeah.
getting it. I'm pretty sure I'm going to see it in your pictures as well, but we're getting it already.
Allegedly funny is too self-deprecating.
Lack of
you know?
confidence. You're funny,
Yeah.
right? We know you're
Yeah.
funny. I'm already in. I was already in, and then you said allegedly funny, and all that says to me is, oh, you don't realize how funny you are, even though I
Honestly,
do.
Chef
Yeah.
Destroy, I love that. When I tell jokes, I laugh.
that's fun.
I think that's great. I would also say, now again, I am not someone that would be against the idea of saying that I am an old soul in a profile.
Mm.
I do know multiple people that would be immediately turned off by that.
Well, it's so funny, the
there's-
Nikki Glazer bit even recently, but it's more about women. But it's like the Nikki Glazer bit of like all guys like say about their young girlfriends.
Oh,
they're
yeah,
an
that they have
soul.
old souls.
The one thing
It's like,
about
no,
them,
you're just fucking a 22-year-old.
the one thing about them that's old is the thing you can't see. Yeah, yeah. But I think it's a little
Yes.
different with a guy. But I'm not. I kind of.
I do know multiple people that date men though that would definitely roll
Is there
their
a better
eyes
way
at
to
it.
say it? Because I do like the I'm you know, I'm an adult, but I have a bit of a kid. I like the kid at heart. Is how do
Yes,
we
I
keep-
think kid
I,
at
that's
heart
what I'm
is
saying. Just
fun.
take out old
Keep
soul.
that.
A big
Yeah.
goofball and simultaneously a kid at heart. Like I think that just take out old soul just because it is. I know that this sounds dumb. It is weirdly triggering for multiple. If you're going after, like, I know you're not just going after straight demisexual men, but like it's a weird trigger.
I agree with Jackie. I think there's something about old soul where it's just a loaded phrase and you just don't want to bring that baggage
is
with
funny.
you.
I'd only heard of it recently with the Nikki Glazer bit, but that is very funny. That's a good insight.
Yeah,
from-
and Bear Gels, and I genuinely had no idea it set people off. I know it doesn't set me off, but it is very funny. I have heard the yells before.
Because I actually associate it more, not knowing the Nikki Glazer bit, I associate it more with like, it's something that people tell to like kids who are depressed. You know, like I was like a depressed child and people would
My
be like,
mom always told me I was an old soul.
yes.
Okay.
And so like it's just it's just a phrase it's just like not a neutral phrase. It like comes with baggage and you just don't need to bring that baggage in because everything else about the beginning of this profile is just really fun. You're
And
like,
I like kid at heart, and I think that there's
Kid at heart,
something-
absolutely.
People often mistake me for like 40 plus. I think there's a way to say what you're trying to say without the specific phrase "old soul" by saying like I'm even saying like I'm an old
That's what
dog
Yahtzee
with
Ride
but a kid
says.
at heart or something like that. I don't know. But
And
there's-
how
Yahtzee
is
Ride
it in-
said, I'd like
It's-
to know what exactly makes them an old soul. What's the trait that gives you that title, and put that
Yes.
instead.
Yes, right. And I can't remember if we know how old you are, but if you want to be like, okay, 31, yeah, right. And this maybe it's like you're a little bit too old to be an old. Like I associate old soul makes me think of somebody who's like preternaturally mature for a very very young person. So I just think it's kind of a mismatch.
he's a baby.
Honestly, Ancient Spider-Man said bowling. That's the thing. Big goofball, but I bowl, so I'm a kid at heart. You know, like that, like something like that.
Yeah,
of
yeah.
Explaining
Big
it. a little
goofball
bit.
Big-
kind
big
of
goof-
says it too, by the way. But I
Yeah,
do
big
like
goofball and kid at heart are mean the
though.
same thing. So
Yeah.
I don't think you need to say but you could say like I'm a big goofball and a kid at heart, right? Like
I love
that's
Busty
not a
Shackelford. Get off my lawn.
Get
but
off my
also
lawn,
get
but also get
my
on
lawn.
my lawn.
Yeah, that's perfect,
That's kind
honestly.
of hilarious.
And Jordan 93, you're right. Everyone loves a goofball. I see 6'3" big goofball. I'm immediately like,
Yes, yes.
Josie Reese said-
yes.
Josie Reese
Yes.
is so funny. Oh yeah, I was a quote old soul child, and what that meant was girl with undiagnosed ADHD who overcompensated and was very responsible and well
Yes.
spoken. So that's
Yeah. Yeah, it's like but so interesting. Like if you don't know that that's like a phrase that people see and have baggage about, and
That's
it's not like it's like a canceled phrase. It's like a loaded phrase, you know.
Bears
So
and Wells, by the way, I'm also in the camp. I had no idea that was like more triggering, but that is
Totally.
I do think this is a great way to say I play games or like play video games, video board card games. but I'll slip out of the house and have some fun if the spot is right. I think that's a pretty good way to say, like, yeah,
I like
we
that.
can totally hang out at home and fun, but we don't just have to play video games. We
Yes.
don't, you know, we can play. Yeah, we'll play social. You know, I'm social about it. I'm not like.
I love
What's-
the vibes about that.
I
It's
don't-
like
I'm-
I'm
yeah.
cozy. I like my general vibe is hanging out at home, but also I'm totally fine to go out too. I think that that's really fun, and it totally gives me the impression of what it would be like to date you.
Yeah. I kind of admire not on socials. And I love fantastic cuddles. I think that says warmth
Yes.
and kind of
I
like
love
what
it.
Yes.
you say you're looking for kind of whatever, but to me what I'm reading is I want something like more regular, and I think that's good. I'm
Yeah.
warmed up by it. You know what I mean?
And I think not on socials is interesting because certainly for me, whenever I meet anybody who's not on social media, I always want to ask like, what? Tell me about that. You
Yeah.
know, so I feel like that's something. Like I know sometimes people don't want to talk about that because they're not on socials because of a really specific reason they don't want to talk about. But in general, I think putting that out there, be like, I don't do social media. Like I'm not on social media. Like you don't need to add anything, but I
Yeah.
like that as a little detail because I do think it's intriguing to be like, wait, really, you're not on anything, and it is
And Bear
kind of
Jowls,
I just think they're terrible, and you're not wrong.
I
about
get
so-
it. Bear
but
Jowls
also-
also said, I do want something on a more permanent level, but I'm open to it beginning as whatever.
I'm reading
which
that.
I understand.
Though. I'm reading
that.
that.
Yeah, that comes across for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure. And by the way, what are you making? What are you cooking for me on?
There's
these
a
nights?
picture. There's also a picture of something that
'Cause-
that he made, which I'm very.
All right, cool. Let's go through the pictures. Yeah, that's definitely one thing that pops out. Culinary Institute of America, Baker.
Yeah.
I think
Pearl's
say
Baker.
my favorite thing to make. My favorite thing to make for you will be
Yes,
Yeah.
or like
Yes.
come over and I'll
Or-
make
or
you
come
like-
over and I'll make you this.
We'll come over. We'll play some insert fun game here, and I'll make you some insert. I'm like all about that hangout,
Yes.
right? Like that
Yes.
hangouts looks great in a suit.
Yes,
Fantastic
the
picture
suit
here.
picture is excellent.
Excellent. What was your intended
Very,
first
very
picture? Henry, welcome to the chat. Henry is now
Henry, get out of here! We're looking at sexy humans.
This is my
Henry
Henry Zabrowski, what is
Zabrowski,
feedback? I want Henry's
everybody.
feedback right now on Matt's Tinder profile. This
Yes,
is, no,
Uncle
he's trying to be
Henry!
he's a baker that wants lasting love a little bit. Please, Henry, tell him he's pretty.
Tell Bear Jowls he's pretty.
Oh my god, I love the frog costume so much. This is exactly what I was talking about
I
earlier.
love this. Is
I'm
this is what you were
liking
talking about
your
earlier.
profile more and more and more.
Oh,
Yeah.
I would swipe.
This pic,
right.
absolutely, yes.
There you go.
I
Last
love the red
podcast
wearing
t-shirt.
red. I love the red with the beer. I love these pictures are
That's a
fucking
Snorlax.
fire,
That's
dude.
so
Yes,
funny.
Yes, and this the last podcast shirt we talked about this on the last stream that it's a nice little signifier of like these are the communities that I'm a part of, you know.
Oh my god, yeah, this picture with the strawberries is great. And what is this? A Stephen Colbert like loaf of bread?
It's beautiful. I love that you've included it.
It's a great
I
last picture.
absolutely love it. I love that you show yourself cooking. I love the picture, even though like the picture of you with friends, it's not always something that you are looking for, but you definitely know exactly which one you are, which I think is great.
If it's
Yeah,
backloaded, I think it's fine. And there's no part. Well, I guess there's a pretty lady next to him. I don't know if that's weird for people, but other than that, I think that it's like this is what it looks like when we hang out with my friends at a bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think if you need to if you had a gun to your head and you had to cut a pic, I would say cut this one. But just because there's a lot of other ones where we learn more about you, but I agree. This shows that it's like fun, casual. I like a mixed gender group of friends, so I think that's nice. I think that
Henry
you
says,
know.
it's good to know people will be with him outside. I am serious. No, totally. And I agree with that. I think it's only when you're more like, and he does kind of, I don't know if this, you guys tell me, I don't think it matters to me that he's got like a pretty lady in his kind of arms, like not even really around her, but right? Like it works for
Also,
me.
I think that if someone is upset about that, that's a really great way to be like,
Yeah,
well,
that's
I don't
true.
want to be with
agree.
you.
Anybody
If
who'd
you
be like,
can't
you're
even-
sitting next to a beautiful woman, I don't want to date you.
No!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's you don't want to.
And I love this, like, you know, honestly, this picture you laying out in like the like garb, the red garb on the couch. This works for sure.
Totally.
I love that picture.
I think you need
I
that because
love
we
it.
have so many warm pictures of you, so many like, oh, I could hang out with this guy, but then this one's like,
Yeah, but now
oh,
I
we
can
could, like,
relax and have a
hang
beer
out.
with you, man.
Yeah.
What else? The last podcast shirt, I love any kind of signaling using a picture of what you're into as opposed to being like,
Totally.
last podcast fucking 666 in the profile.
No, I was saying this last night too. Sorry, Henry, close your ears.
Yeah,
but
Henry, close
anytime
your
when
fucking
I was
ears.
on the dating apps, if I saw just Magustalations in the profile, I'd be like, great, I can get laid. Like
Yeah.
that's for me was, oh good, I can go get laid.
Well, and also though, always put it in your profile. But I'm saying put it in your profile. But this is a way better way. Wearing the shirt, I think, is a way classier, better way.
It
than-
really is, and people will know what that is.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really like that. Instead of usually if it's in the profile, it's a little bit, again, we go back to like, oh, is this your personality or is this something you just like are into? You know what I mean?
Right. If your profile began with like last podcast network or die, like despite us all
It's a lot.
loving this, it would be like, well, that's a little bit much.
But Bear
And
Jowls, Henry thinks that you should put it in your profile with a link to
With
the
a link to
podcast.
last podcast.
So-
Yeah. Yeah,
That's
can you
his
please be
dating
pushing
advice.
it on your that's his dating advice. Why isn't Henry on this show?
How dare I not realize this was Snorlax? I would maybe push it back a little bit in the but I don't even know. I love it. I think it's
You're
so good.
so cute in that
Yes,
picture.
I love this
that
picture.
It's
If
such
your
a good, I love these.
it's great.
Also, wait, did you say that your suit picture is your first picture? Because if it's not your first picture, it should be your first
Yeah, what was
picture.
your
Yeah.
intended first picture? There's apparently a setting to turn off. Again, we're going to repeat this. There's a setting you can turn off where you get an intended set of pictures. The suit is supposed to be. That is, I think, your first picture. And not this one, obviously, with you and the dude. I think this is good. If again, though, I would maybe of all of them might cut this first one that's on popping up for me.
Agree. Yeah. I
It's a
I think that
little-
actually
it's just
might
the
be.
lighting.
Yeah, but at the same
But
time, it
show
is
you-
in his like chef. Is in his chef outfit.
Oh, is that near
which
you
is
and your
also
chefs? Well, I would.
Yeah.
I think there's a better. I think there might be better, like, cuter baking chef
Yeah.
mode photos you could get taken. I think it's the
I
kind of thing
agree.
where you'd have to be like, take a picture of me while I fucking need this dough. You know what I
The
mean?
chef code is cool, but it does have the same, just like we talked about with SDL. It's like, if especially if that's your first picture, it's like, oh, which one are you? And it's a cute picture of you, but all the other ones I think are just as cute. And so
Especially
I
the one with him and the strawberries is so cute. I think that is
Yeah.
such
I
a fucking
This,
love
great
that
this is
picture.
if you're gonna be like, I'm a chef, the strawberries one is definitely the one to pick.
And
for
yeah,
sure.
Bear Joels, because people were saying, get something where you're working with your hands, and if you get a moving like
That's
a
what he
GIF,
said. He said, I'm going to get my work partner to get a vid of me rolling bagels.
That's
And Yatsurai
money.
said,
Yeah.
oh man, a don't eating pic would get me slipped.
dude, I'm telling you, dude, there's gonna be so many like wettened vaginas over just you making food and stuff. You know what I mean? That's where it's really gonna kick in hardcore. Like, you've got to lean into that. All the culinary shit is like working so in your favor, and you seem like a genuinely sweet guy that would be great to hang out with. So make sure to change
Yes,
that.
where are you?
It's unfortunate. I
Albany?
think this is probably the worst picture of you of all of them, and it's the first one I ended up seeing. So that's a problem, right? Because we need every other picture is like immediate swipe right. This is the only
That is
one.
the only.
Yeah.
This is the only picture that like it was also the one that popped up first for me.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
all
It's
of your
not-
other
It's
pictures are
not a
better.
terrible picture, but there's everything else is so much better lighting,
Yeah.
everything. It's just and you're with another guy, and it just doesn't work. You know what I mean? So I would even maybe delete this picture altogether, but also make sure you have it in your settings to have that. Honestly, any of these other pictures first, but probably the suit. I also really like the you with the strawberries, but I don't know.
Yeah, and also Chef Destroy, did you notice your stream just reunited
So
two
funny.
college friends? Chefy also knew
love it.
Matt in college, or at least knew the
Wow.
people surrounding Matt. And look at this connection.
I
Look at
feel
this
bad. I
connection.
think we were supposed to get to it, James, but I
Yes,
think we're
there's a James. I think we either have to try to squeeze James in now, or we tell James that James is going to be first on our next
First
one,
next
and we do
time.
Silas's lot.
James, can we do you first next time, assuming that Strix will support another one of
Strix.
these?
Well, will Strix support it if we do?
We will do the
Strix's
streaming at
mom
100%.
next?
I'd rather spend the time on you and
yeah, right. We don't want to
unfortunately,
shortchange
I have
James.
to end this as close to 7 as possible because we
I didn't mean to be so interesting.
Lexi's picking up our friends who are flying in with a 19-day-old baby from the airport, which is insane. So I.
And JDMF says I'm fine with going next time.
Okay.
Hey,
You're the
James,
best.
awesome. We're excited to do you.
Also, Bear Jowls as well, y'all. On Bear Jowls on PSN, Steam, and all that jazz. So check out Bear Jowls.
Dude, hell yeah. Catcher6945 if you haven't already sent me a friend request. I need to go catch up on my friend request, but let's get some games in sometime. I don't know what you play, but I need a lot of help, says Jay. Okay, good. I would rather spend the time on it. I'm in the rom-com hero's journey after the life fell apart and before things end happily. Oh, love it. All right, cool. So we'll get into it.
Dude, we're here for you, James. We got you.
Dude.
This was so fun, man. I just absolutely love it. You can tell by how sweaty it makes me.
Are we throwing up Silas's mom in the last minute, or are we going to save her for next time?
I want to save her for next time as well.
Okay.
Assuming she doesn't already get scooped up. From what Jackie describes, I think she might be remarried by the time we do this again, but we'll see what happens. Go to page7.love, submit your online dating profiles if you'd like us to. Please, let's not.
Silas.
I have a small towel, and I'm going to work on my air conditioning situation
Got it
next
going
time.
on.
Yeah, this was so fun, man. I think this is like one of the best collabs we've done with Strix. So I hope we'll continue to do this with you guys. This is such a blast.
We got to do it again because we already got our next two picked. We got James, we got Silas's mom, and I just love this so much. I want if we did not get to you, or if you did do it and you don't want to, like, I just want you all to know that you are all hot. Like, everyone is hot and cool. You just got to figure out how to tell other people that you are hot and cool.
Hell
but like,
yeah,
I promise
agreed.
you are hot and cool.
I'm going to raid our boy Skulkers, who is doing his music stream. I'm going to raid him right now, so stick with us if you'd like. Also, I think your husband's in there as Gideon No, who just wrote ice water. I thought ice water makes you sweatier, though, when you put ice in yourself. But anyways, I'll work on that. Jackie, anything before we get out of here?
No,
wow, Gideon is there.
Henry's just texting me while I'm doing a stream. So Henry, you know I'm in the middle of doing
Jackie's brother is texting her. My husband is in the chat.
All right. It's
water.
nice, said Henry. It's nice. What did he say?
It is nice. It's a nice message. Don't worry.
Henry is sending me his shirts that don't fit him anymore, and I'm so excited. Henry is going to be my fashion guru.
Oh, I love
I'm
this.
so happy. That's great. That's so fucking great. That makes me so happy.
Page 7 Wisdom the Bruiser live show. LastPodcastNetwork.com. DC,
Release
Philly,
the
Brooklyn.
butthole cut.
Release the butthole
You must come to the shows.
Please come to the
Next
shows.
week.
Midwest the week after that, Milwaukee, Minneapolis, and Chicago. Please get your tickets now. We got to get them tickets blowing through. Thank you again to Silas. Thank you again to Strix. Get Strix products, Strix.com. And make sure if we did review your Tinder stream, you are getting free Strix products. So look out for an email from Silas for that. Yeah. So not only did you get some good feedback, you're getting free product. All right. That's it. We're getting out of here. I'm rating Skulk. And take care, everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Bye, everyone. All right.
Bye.
Romantic music again. Oh, yeah.
Put on the romantic
it is
music.
so good.
Na na na.
Stick around for the raid. See you soon.
Bye.
Are mics off?
I can turn them off.